I want a sandwich. Now. Oh, sandwich wench. Yo, wench. Sandwich. Now. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. I'm going to need a sandwich. A sandwich. A sandwich. Oh, sandwich wench. I want a sandwich. Sandwich. Hello everyone, welcome to another Cthulhukin and Friends show. What do you think? We've had an update. Beautiful piece of work done by Urbana Fox. I think she uses a different name on YouTube now, but I'm sure Leona, aka Wildling, aka Secretary, can do us a favour and get the relevant link. I believe it's in the description as well. We have a new set, a new backdrop. Mr. Bev Davies not happy that he's a bit on the small side, but well, it's fair. Firm but fair. Hope you're all well. Today's theme is Peated non-Islay, which is weirdly a very complicated thing to say because we keep saying Islay non-peated. And if that was the case, we'd just be doing thank you, Alien Cultist, for the donation. Oh, damn, you must have given us a fairly sizable amount as well. Thank you. We are going to be...
That's a chunk of gold.
It is. We're 32% of the way. If you want to help, by the way, instead of super chatting with YouTube, just do it through coffee instead, because whiskey. But yes, we have a new backdrop, which we're very excited about.
Yeah, it's very funky and fresh.
Yeah, I updated the thumbnail. No lie, the thumbnail is a culmination of me buying coloured card from Poundland and using a ring light and David's phone set to the correct aspect ratio. Because
apparently my phone happens to have a specific setting for the exact aspect ratio required for a stream thumbnail.
But its normal setting is a vastly higher quality, which thumbnail it doesn't recognise as a thumbnail. It goes far too wide, so it's a bit irritating. But you know what? That's fine because we had a bit of fun with that. My dad was in the room actually when we were doing this. My dad came up to say hello, and yes, he actually made a fantastic suggestion that we then enacted when he left.
Yes, King Bodget.
Yes, he is quite the bodge. Yes, maybe I should get him a badger for Christmas. There you go. Yeah, King Bodge.
Bodger the badger.
Yeah, Bodger and badger.
Oh, yeah.
Yes.
Smash.
I'll buy him a box of Smash as well. Yeah. Mashed potato. Oh, shut! I got ahead of you. Tilly went out, so I was like, get out. You get here. Yeah. So yes, the theme is Peated non-Islay, because...
Still like 10 feet bigger than you, Leona.
Lol. And she couldn't even get on the bar stool. We here, as many people know, we're on episode 14 here. We love our whiskey. But the thing we haven't really touched on is peated whiskies. Now, peated whiskies tend to come from Islay. Islay, sorry. Islay, not Islay. Yeah, it's peated non-Islay whiskey. That's what it is. And so we thought, why don't we compile a list of whiskies that don't come from Islay, which is one of the 6 regions of Scotland, not 4 like the guy at the wedding told me, because he's a fucking moron. And how about instead we take the opportunity to try and plug that in, and we try and, first of all, we are going to try 2 we've never had. I own one, he owns the other, but we're going to go through the tasting notes in alphabetical order because I've set the hotkeys up. And we're going to try and see if we like them. And then what we're going to do to finish, because there's a lot to go through, we're then going to compare it against the, I'd say
granddaddy of them all?
The granddaddy of Islays. Although I would argue, I still maintain Lafroig is right next to it, but mostly because its cost is so much more forgiving. And it's consistently forgiving.
The Lafroig has 2 advantages. 1, it's like half the price. And 2, You can smell it coming.
No. It's not half anymore. It's now a third of the price. Meaning I can get 3 bottles of Lefroy 10 for 1 Lagavulin.
Oh, I was thinking quarter cask.
I don't have quarter cask. I prefer the 10. I do like the quarter cask though.
Yeah.
Whiskey? Yes.
Yeah.
So how is Dave today?
Dave is good.
Yeah?
Dave was good until he got some more scratches on his arm to go with the scratch he got on his arm last time.
I got bruises here. I don't know how I get.
See, it's a cat.
I got all these bruises. I don't know where they come from.
Some of them may have been lifting the children onto the roof, possibly.
No, that was the paint earlier. That's the on my t-shirt as well.
Yeah.
That's on the nephew.
Instead of the nephew's hair.
I was doing some painting today, folks, and yes, I decided to grab one of my nephews. He's very small, and Dave lifted him up to me. I just grabbed him by his arms and lifted him onto the roof. He was very scared. It was funny. But yes, the whiskies you see on the screen, in the bar screen, are the whiskies we're going to be sampling. In order, Dave's Altabani, then Dave's Glenturret, then my Spirit of Heaven, which is a Swedish, which is a swerve. Actually, we'll go from the start.
Just for Crispo.
Well, yes, of course. Him being Danish. Altabani is a Speyside. Glenturret is a Highland. Heaven is Sven. You're an Ericsson. It's Swedish. We got Lechek, which is spelled Ledeg, which is a island, part of the Tobermory series, actually. Tobermory make it as their peated version. But it's a Rioja cask, so it's completely different and peated.
Peated and red wine.
Oh, it's so good. Then we have my Old Pulteney Hudart, which I've been told is incredibly... Oh, Stina, you're Swedish, aren't you?
Oh, Stina.
Hi, Stina. Hello, everyone in the chat, by the way. Don't forget to smash the like. We love doing these streams, and we, of course, want you guys to enjoy them as well. We have Old Pulteney Hudart, which I've been told by some employees of the whiskey shop is incredibly popular. It's a Highland as well, so we'll definitely test that. It's not opened, much like the Glenturret, so 2 Highlands go back-to-back, well, not back-to-back, but they'll go against each other. And then the final non-Islay peated is Dave's Penderyn Celt. I don't have a bottle. It's on my Amazon wishlist, by the way, folks. If you just want to buy one, yes. And the final one would obviously be the Lagavulin 16, which Dave has an audio clip. At some point, he'll want to play. Because he desperately... Could the whiskey have anything to do with the mystery bruises you don't recall inflict? Well...
We did spend a good hour or so rearranging the whiskey cabinet earlier.
It had to be done. It was vital. Okay, I have to redo my entire list of whiskies. Okay, I took 4 out. It would have hurt me, but in retrospect, actually, you're the sweet. I knew you were. Hope you're all well though. Hope you're having a great day. Don't forget to smash the like. So yes, we'll start when Dave goes downstairs quickly and gets the bullets.
Yes.
While he's gone, because I just remembered that. Sorry. I'll.
Lock me in! Help! We're a prisoner!
I literally locked the door. I lock it. It's muscle memory at this point. What we'll do, we have all the tasting notes for each one, and so there are 2 blind tests here in the form of Pulteney and Glenturret. Dave and I have had, as you can see from the bottles, we've definitely had some Lechek. We've had the Heaven was the 1-year anniversary of Omegon 2. I'm very proud of that because we bought that as a reward for that channel success, and it's the smallest bottle, 50 cl, not a 70 like the others. The Penderyn is obscenely tall. David Boomer, not necessarily. We had an issue with the bullets earlier, actually. They went missing. They're normally on the top shelf of the freezer. My youngest niece here had actually moved them onto the bottom shelf, and we couldn't find them. So I went and got the bullets that Nathan had sent me off my Amazon wish list, but it turns out we didn't need them in the end, so that's all right. This is going to be a very heavy drinking stream, just to be clear, but because Dave's not allowed to pour to his standard of pouring, we're not going to get hammered, because seriously, if I do 7 doubles, I'm going to be sending people nudes.
No, David did not boomer and forget. Technically, Meg boomered and forgot.
To be honest, neither of us forgot, because actually the optimal time to get them is just before you start consuming the beverage. So, I'm going to move us to the bar screen. Here we are. Altabani is first, although I want to do this.
And, this was a very expensive flat screen TV, so please do contribute to the goal to help us recoup the cost.
There you go. That looks better, doesn't it? Yes. I'll start here. We will be starting with Dave's Altabani. I have questions. Why did you buy it? Like, what made you buy Altabani in the first place?
It was on offer in Tesco. And it looked interesting.
It's good enough for me. I mean, it's a very odd spelling, isn't it?
Yeah.
Can you tell us what the bottle says, please?
So it says Alta Bane, I think is how it's pronounced, but I'm not 100%.
We take Barney because screw it.
Single malt Scotch whisky, just enough peat to start a fire. So pyromania may ensue. Back in the 70s, they said that you shouldn't mix peat with Speyside. That smokiness and sweetness couldn't work. But we followed our nose and started distilling whisky our way. Alta Barney, Bailey, however we're saying it, the sweetly peated single malt.
So just a quick thing, it's 40%. And the thing with Speysides were the first ones to start introducing a sweeter flavour. And they were right to, because Speysides arguably produced the best whiskey of them all, because they were smart enough to get ahead of the curve. That's not to say there aren't other distilleries that do exceedingly well with sweeter flavours. Let's not forget here, Glenmorangie pioneered the cask finishes for sherry and port.
Yes, and then birthday cake for some reason.
We don't talk about that. I've never had it, but they did Losanto and Quinta Ruben. Yes. They were the first ones. And don't forget here, after that, Speysides, Lagavulin exclusively do sherry finishes on all of theirs and wine finishes.
Yeah, sherry is very common finish now for
it is, especially 15-year-olds. 15-year-olds seem to be the one where it seems to be the optimal finish.
Apart from the Livet and Morangi, where it's the
sherry's
Livet, sorry,
12.
Is 15.
Yeah, Livet. That's why I'm thinking that down more, especially.
Yeah.
The most Glenfiddich's 15 as well.
Yeah, true.
But then they do other. I mean, it's just when you think of the standard whiskies, the 15 seems to be the sherry finish.
Yeah.
I'd say Johnny Walker doesn't count; it's a blend, but the malts seem to where it sits. I think Old Pulteney's 15 is a sherry finish as well. But yes, we're going to start with Alta Barney, which is this one. Now we have the notes, the tasting notes. It's discontinued, which means this is a bit of a rare one then now.
Yeah, not bad for a 30 quid bottle in Tesco.
I mean, I kind of wonder if it was discontinued because it wasn't popular enough or something. Maybe. Yes, please remember to smash the like, folks. 17 watching.
It was their first one, so it's...
I mean, I'm not complaining because I do remember having a glass. Didn't you? We had this... It wasn't at the time of the wedding, was it?
No, I have a feeling you might have had a sample when you and the brother-in-law came up to Norwich for one of the gigs.
Dragon Force.
Yes.
I know we had the Nika and the Hibiki.
And the Platinum.
No, it was in your flat. We had the Platinum at the other one, so it must have been Gloryhammer then. Yeah. Aylestorm, sorry. Yeah, must be. Let's not get stuck into that.
There's many gigs, many whiskies.
Much shenanigans and disappointments. And Johnny Walker Platinum is a big disappointment. Very well. Mr. Hawk, Mr. Dave Bay, this is yours. Oh, hello. Go on. Oh.
I thought I was going to get nothing for a moment. It all came at once.
It's a big cork. Oh, wow. It's nice and mellow. It's not too much. It's still got sweetness to it.
Yeah.
Okay. Please not near my computer. I beg.
Mate, the entire room is near your computer.
Shut your mouth. My drinks usually go over here. We need to. Once I've got the laptop and everything sorted out, we'll be doing this in the cabin. It'll be so much easier, won't it? Because you can literally sit somewhere else and do it. All right. I'll take one bullet for this because it just doesn't seem worth having, using them all up. Oh! You almost dropped the bottle.
I had it, don't worry.
Bitch, it was mostly off there. Oh. So, on the nose, smoky malt, a prickle of white pepper spice blend with toffee apples, buttery pastry, and a hint of heather and toasted oak. I have no idea what heather tastes like, but she must be. I bet she's a slut.
I don't tend to eat heather, but
he's never dated a heather. That's why.
This is true. Well, Heather Graham. Yeah.
You dated
Dr.
Graham?
Molly Fock. She did.
For a second there, I was like, "Who's Graham? And what have you been doing with Graham? Have you been running through the fields with Theresa May or something?" Okay. Oh, I can smell the sweetness. The toffee apples, I can smell that.
Oh. Wow. Had to be done.
You fucking twat. I like... No, it's good. All right. It smells nice. It's got a nice sweetness to it. I can smell the smokiness. It's nice. And by the way, this is a real... It's a few... not one of these is what you think when you think of a peated whiskey, because you immediately are drawn to Lafroig and Lagavulin. Yeah. Those are the two obvious ones, and Bruichladdich as well.
Yeah, you get the sweetness, and then you get, I think, butteriness, and then that smoke comes through.
I don't know what the heather is, by the way. No. The noises are well worth the like and the view. Jericho, thank you very much.
You get us. Welcome. You're one of our people.
You are one of us. One of us. And cheers. Taste time. It's a mild peat, but it's a nice peat. Right, so on the palate, butterscotch, nope. Roasted apricot, nope. Honey, actually, yeah.
Sweetness.
Gingerbread,
Sweetness.
bit of spice on the tongue, so cinnamon, yeah.
that would be-
Earthy peat. It's a very mild peat, I think.
Yeah.
It's a mild peat. I mean, does it have ppm written on there at all?
I
ppm, by the way,
don't know.
is parts per million, and some bottles have that. My Ilsa Bay has it on there, in fact, which we could have thrown in as a lowland peated, I guess.
Yeah, true.
But we already have 7 bottles. We realised there's no version of this where we do 8 bottles and walk out of this room.
Well, there is. It just would be tomorrow we walked out.
I mean, one of us will be sleeping on the floor, and the other person will be sleeping, well, with all these blankets and the freaking impact drill.
Well, the impact drill might make a
Okay, so the finish, long, and I agree, because I can feel it here still.
I'm still on first, and
I can still feel it here, yeah. I can feel it on the chest. Plenty of drying smoke and fizzing spice. Well, I need to have a bit more of this then. Cheers.
I'd certainly say the smoke is there.
There's no age statement, so no point in us counting, is there? You know that thing I do with the mouth? You get some air in there. That smoke is right there. It's not too much on the palate either, though.
Oh yeah, that's starting to taste a bit like that car in Tesco smell.
Oh, don't. Okay, right. Story time, everyone. Let's go back here. Dave and I earlier went to, well, we can say where because it's nowhere near where I live. Whitfield Tesco. We had to go there to pick up onion rings and some other bits and bobs. We looked at whiskey. I was tempted to buy the Glenmorangie because it came with a pourer shaped like a giraffe head. I may have to go back there because I want it. I really do want that Glenmorangie because I want the pourer. We went to leave and a car was on fire. Literally
fireball.
Like
Pops,
fire. Yeah.
bangs.
Yeah. Smoke like no other.
Billowing.
Yeah. It
At
was.
one point, it blocked the sun. It was
And
like
naturally,
death by 1,000 arrows.
Dave walked past his car, took out his phone, and took a photo. Which I also did too.
Arrows will blot out the sunlight. It was like that, but we smoked.
It was right next to a bunch of trees, and we're like, those trees are going to go up.
And the best thing was, there was a tannoy announcement while we were in the shop for the owner of a certain Volvo to please move their car. And then, as we were driving past on the way out, we saw said Volvo.
Yeah, they
and
moved
the man
their...
looking quite sheepish. I think he was parked near it.
They moved their car, all right. They moved their bloody car. Okay, so should we do a little experiment? Not a shot.
No, you're going to say add a... Did we bring the pipette?
No, not for this. Not for this one. No, I mean that for something else later. No, a different one. Let's do a timing thing.
Okay.
Leave it on the palette for...
Should we say 5 seconds? There's a... Like a
You do it.
5-year-old?
You do it and see what happens. Ready? Right? Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 4, 4, 5.
That could sit there a while. That's quite nice, actually. It
Is it?
Especially if you get it off the bullet with the chill. But it's building. I can still feel it developing in my mouth after swallowing.
The sweetness is more pronounced on the sides.
Yeah.
Beautifully done, actually.
It's like sweet on the edges and smoky.
Yeah, absolutely. The smoke goes right down the centre.
Yeah.
Oh, I like that. Black smoky mess. It was... Don't be racist. Smoke can be white too. No, we could.
Although some of it was white because it was coming out when they started spraying up the fire extinguisher.
Yeah, it depended on when the fuel tank went.
They caught fire again.
Yeah.
But there was pops and bangs going off. It sounded like fireworks.
Spruce alcohol or a lingonberry drink? No, I don't do cocktails, so I don't. Spruce, as far as I'm aware, that's a tree, isn't it?
What was they do gin with that?
Was Meg having a strunk? No, Meg was nowhere near it because Meg was like, I can feel this 100 yards away. It's too bloody warm.
Although we did debate whether or not we wanted to go back in the shop and buy marshmallows.
We did debate that. I also debated going in and buying a spoon for the ice cream I'd bought.
Yeah, we walked out and we were like, But maybe in this car park a while, should we go back and buy a spoon
by,
for the
by
ice
the time
cream?
we got out, I probably could have gone back in and got that Glenmorangie. I'd seriously want to go back and get it, by the way. I'm not even joking.
So, FYI, people, if you feel like helping Meg get a giraffe pourer for his Glenmorangie, it's £37, so any donations towards that would be definitely appreciated.
Coffee.com, though.
Yes, please do not stream that. Otherwise we'll need to
I
donate
want
about
to.
£90 to get there.
We're 20 minutes in. I want to YOLO swag fam the remainder. You don't have as much, but you don't have as much.
We're going to go for different approaches here.
Okay, Dave's going to do a small drop of water in his. I'm going to take the bullet out of mine, though, because I don't want any more cold. Because I'm going to YOLO swag fam, which many of you will know, is where I will shoot my drink.
Splurted.
Ooh. Oh, you left marks on your trousers.
I have.
That's hot. So Dave's going to add a drop of water. Now, we don't do water usually in whiskey, but we've noticed of late there are a couple where that actually does work. I am going to shoot mine because I'm a dickhead and I need to know. So Dave's going to first of all do his, and then I'll do mine. Give mine a little bit of chance to warm up. So go ahead, Dave. Have a little sip. Any difference?
Let's go back to the tasting notes again.
Sure, of course we can. Yes. There you go, sir. Tasting notes. Splendid.
So it's not a smoky. Well, it's building at the back of the throat, but it's not a smoky in the palate.
Yeah.
But I'm getting more of the butterscotch.
Okay.
It's got that kind of buttery biscuitiness.
Okay. Well, I'm going to see what happens when I shoot it. YOLO, swag fam. Just smoke. But it's right down the middle.
Yeah.
The sides just don't notice it. Tell you what, it didn't feel bad drinking that as a shot, actually, because the warmth just went right down.
I would say, to be fair, that is actually a very sophisticated whiskey.
It's a very versatile drink. Very versatile. For 30 quid, that is quite something. I'm very happy with that. Actually, that's really nice. And I'm glad you got that, because that's really nice. Also, it's very the funny thing about these whiskies we're doing today is looking at the names. Realistically, if you ignore the Vulin at the back, I'd say only the Penderyn is like mainstream, really.
I mean,
Tobermory.
Tobermory.
No, Tobermory,
yes.
not Lechek.
No.
Then no, Turret no,
No.
Altabani no, Pulteney not really either. To be honest, it kind of goes under the radar.
Yeah, I mean, Glen Turret has been about a while, but yeah.
But then
not.
Penderyn is mainstream.
Yeah.
So we expect good.
But then Glen Turret is the only one we have that's an age statement, other than the Islay.
Yeah, I can't wait for you to do 10 seconds of that in your mouth.
Well, it'll be done.
I know you're not used to having it in your mouth that long, but... Oh. Right, well, that was splendid. Do agua me up, don't spill on me. You absolute motherfucker.
Not intentional.
He just squirted over me. And I barely got any fucking agua as well. You Philistine. That'll do.
It came out quite quickly. I didn't.
Yeah, that's right. He's not used to things spouting.
I didn't need to squeeze.
Are we talking about the water here? What are you? Are you all right? Do you need? You still dribbling on me? My God!
I swilled the drink a bit too much.
Fam,
Either that, or there was way too much Johnny on my.
You're just dribbling on me. I'll do that. I got space now. God, literally, it's right by my crotch as well. My fucking crotch is soaked because of you. It's not warm, so I don't need that.
I thought it's a little warm.
Not for me, it isn't. What's wrong with you?
Well, in general, it's a little warm. It's not warm for me, but it is warm.
I'm used to the temperature in the room, though, I think, because of the computer. All right. Well, next on the list, Altabani. First of all, let's say it's a little rating of Altabani out of 10, right? I think the tasting notes, for the most part, I can agree with the majority of it. I think it's absolutely fantastic. I'd happily say...
So the only thing, we don't know what heather tastes like, but I don't think I've got any apricot.
Apricot's a bitter fruit, generally.
Yeah.
So I'm not really...
I don't mean the pepper either, but beyond that...
Well, the pepper, I think the pepper fell in line with the cinnamon and the ginger. So it was more of a... But the gingerbread indicate a warm spice as opposed to not too much. That's enough.
I'm not getting a picture of that area.
You are never... It's my no-no square. It's a rather large one. So, I would say if we do it like A, B, C, and D, I think it's quite comfortable. We could give it a C+ as a benchmark and then move it later if need be. Because it is good. But I haven't got the others to compare with.
No. I think for the price it was,
yeah,
for what it actually manages to deliver from a space side.
The peat isn't as strong. It's... Yawn, one. Sorry about that. It's more of a smoky whiskey.
Yeah.
But there is peat there. It's just not as pronounced.
Yeah. Sweetly peated single malt.
It's definitely
probably is quite accurate.
It's definitely in the sweet peat category. But I don't think it's as good as the Johnny Walker sweet peat. But I think it's definitely there.
Yeah.
That's only because I'm a snob.
Yeah, that sweet peat is very delightful.
Oh, it's gone. Of course it is. Okay, so
was very delectable.
it was, yes. F in the chat for Johnny Walker Sweet Pete, who is no longer with us, but I shall acquire a new one in the future, don't you worry. Next on the list is another one of Dave's. It's an unopened bottle of the Glentarret Highland Single Malt Scotch Whisky, aged 10 years, 2021 release, which is peated and smoked. Oh, they always do that, but then it makes sense. A lot of them are smoky, aren't they? What does the back say, Dave? You want to get close to the mic for this one.
So, by hand and heart since 1763. Now, this will be an argument. As Scotland's oldest working distillery, I was going to say...
Glenmorangie disagrees.
Morangi, Livet.
Morangie's older.
The Glentarret has an extraordinary provenance.
Oh no, Livet's older.
Visited by writers and poets, including Robert Burns, feted by prime ministers, princes, and home to an honour roll of dedicated distillers, the Glentarret stands proudly at the heart of Scotch whisky country. In tribute to its long and distinguished history, our distinctive spirit is fully crafted by hand for exceptional quality. By protecting and preserving the traditional skills of whisky making, we respect the unrivaled prowess that has made us what we are, and enrich for future generations. That bit of sentence doesn't quite make sense.
No, it doesn't.
Today, this unwavering passion for the world of whisky brings together our enduring and hard-won wisdom with the courage and imagination of contemporary masters, working hand in hand with partners in Artisan Lalique. Okay, that makes sense for the bottle. We craft moments to treasure in spirit and glass. Smoking embers on an open beach fire, a pinch of sea salt, darker smokiness shows its glimpses. Soft, warm spices and vibrant citrus fruits flicker in the flames.
Ooh.
Natural colour, non-chill filtered.
So a lot of them are non-chill filtered. That makes sense. Quick thing though, Glentarret. First of all, no, you're not the oldest. It's either Morangi or Livet. Livet have a 200-year anniversary coming out soon. In fact, second, if Glentarret was as big as they claim to be for
200
age,
years is less than this.
right? If they claim to be as old or as big as they think they are, right? Why do we not see them in the shops that much? Like, you're clearly not that popular.
Glenlivet is 1822.
Yeah, because I told you about the 200
Yeah,
year.
this is 1763.
Bullshit. That doesn't make sense. It's still not older. Come on.
Okay, my phone has been listening because when I started typing Glenmorangie, the first search result was Glenmorangie giraffe.
Yeah. I'm talking about. Okay, so shall I put up the tasting notes? Yeah, they are.
Glenmorangie,
Oh wait,
1843. Oh, we are wrong. We must hold our hands up. We are wrong.
we don't have tasting notes.
Ah, okay. We can find some tasting notes.
Master Malt don't have any, but it's currently £52.44 on Master Malt. Apparently, I didn't crop the image correctly. I'll quickly go check and see if I cocked that up. Because usually I don't. So it's Glentarret. Oh, no, I cropped it wrong, Dave. Hang on, I can fix that.
Oh, okay. So if not, there is some on the Whisky Exchange.
No, I've got this. Fix this. Go there. Alt. Okay, are you going to be like that? Cool.
Yes, you are.
There we go. It's quite a big frame. It's quite irritating.
I happen to be.
Sorry about this.
But yeah, I think But yes, for those of you that can see any imagery, I don't know what you can see on the actual live stream at the moment. The Glentarret is in a very fancy looking bottle, so I could understand because Lalique are the company that do some of the very, very fancy Macallan bottlings. They make some of the very fine and fancy decanters, and this bottle actually does look like it could be a decanter.
So this, just to explain, Dave bought this because I bought him last January
Yes, technically, this is all Meg's fault.
I bought him a tank decanter because he likes World of Tanks, and I was like, there you go, have that. It's literally a tank, and it's really awkward to pour it. And he's like, I need to find one that's, tanky related to put in there. So he bought Glentarret, and then it arrived, and he's like, I can't put it in there. Why? Because it looks like a decanter.
I sent Meg a photo, and he was like, oh, okay, yeah. I understand.
Yeah, I get you. You haven't opened your bottle, though, have you?
No.
This is exciting because we know nothing about this drink. This is going to be completely fresh.
All I know is this was very well rated when it was released.
Yeah, what I'm going to do, I'm going to get the Glentarret tasting notes. I'm going to do that so we can...
A little bit of ASMR for the folks at home.
Right, tasty notes. Sorry about the dodgy image there, folks.
Oh, that's a
But
nice call.
the image is. Oh, is it a big? Oh, it's like my
It's a
Nico
chonky
one.
boy. It's a
Oh,
chonky wooden boy.
oh, get it. Oh, 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 oh. That was nice. Oh, that's a lot stronger smelling.
So this is 50% as opposed to 40%.
It smells like 50%, to be fair.
So we're jumping up
10%. Yeah, it's a 20 proof jump. It's that cork reminds me of the Nika 12 cork.
Yeah.
I'll show you. Actually, I can't show the stream, but
Oh, it's darker. Have you finished your water?
yeah. But my Nika, look at the cork on the Nika 12. It's shorter, but it's got a big wooden top on, like your one.
Yeah.
But the cork is really wide and small. And look, yours is quite wide and small as well. I like the top on that. The cork. It has like a royal sort of seal on it.
Seal thing, yeah.
Is that the royal one? I don't think it is. No, it's not.
No, just in 763. But
Okay.
if you look at the colour difference.
1 second. Yeah, that is definitely a stronger, darker colour, and you guys now can't see it. Sorry about that. Hi, Cecil. Hello, everyone, by the way, that's watching. Hope you're all having a fantastic day. Hope you're enjoying the stream.
Started to smell more like whiskey in here now.
That is a much stronger smell. Not going to deny, that is a lot stronger. Your old Barney got twisted a little bit there, right?
That's right. That's
Well, I mean, you could just put it down on the other table if you have to.
There we go.
Okay, so tasty notes for this. The nose, coastal bonfire, salty embers, flamed orange zest. Very well. Let's have a sniff. No. No, it does. I mean, the salty.
I can get the
sea air.
embers, the bonfireness.
I can get a sea air to it. You know, there is something there that's a bit of a salty aspect. But it does make you think of the coast. But I live by the coast, so I'm used to the smell.
Yeah.
It's just not as pronounced. Yeah. Your husband has been harassing you. You mean with the goobers?
I mean, I sent you a really nice stop-motion animation of Meg. What is your problem?
Suffering the presence and the existence of a goober. Just to find out what the fuss was about. Smelled like a bloody peanut, tasted like a bloody peanut, and it was dry as fuck. Okay, so I'm really tasting it.
Well, Banny isn't here, so tough luck.
You ready to taste this?
Yeah, I like the smell of that, actually.
Of course you do, it's peated. Oh, that's a lot more. Oh, there's a lot more going on there. Oh, Lagavulin, you've got competition, mate.
Star anise, yes.
Okay, so rich, warming peat smoke and soft aromatic spices with wafts of cinnamon and anise, balanced by sweet
Salinity. Sweet saline.
Yeah, that. I want to rewrite the peat. Oh, well, you can't. I'm afraid thus is written, thus is law. Never, never.
Yes, but they were attached to a cat and a dog.
We're doing whiskey stream. We're doing whiskey stream. Stop it.
Stop bringing legal into this.
This is whiskey. That is right. Okay. Alta Barney comparatively tastes like water.
Yeah.
This is intense.
There's less sweetness to this though.
The finish on the other one's longer.
Yeah.
But this one is.
It hits harder.
Oh, it's not even comparatively. It's a punch in the face.
Ash and charred wood bring more smoky spice, following a touch of zesty citrus and salted caramel.
Neither of the sweetie things. The char and the ash. Yeah, I've got that. Oh, that's dangerous. We could do a whole stream just drinking that.
I was going to say, ooh.
Nice,
okay,
isn't
if you
it?
YOLO it, you'll enjoy. I didn't shot it, but I just basically
I don't
swallowed
want
it
to
quite
yet
quickly.
because there's something I want to subject it to 2 other tests before we do.
Yes,
Water and the 10 seconds. So you do the 10 seconds first, and I'll do that after. Yeah, ready?
Okay.
Right, Dave's doing 10 seconds. 1 for every year. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Oh, his eyes. 8. Do you want me to keep going counting? Yeah, 8, 8, 8, 9, 9, 10. That's a lot,
It's
isn't it?
literally, my tongue is like...
It's on fire, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That is good. I
Oh.
wouldn't recommend doing that regularly, but that is good.
Oh, I like that. I like that a lot.
So, you know how you burn your mouth on something? So
your parents' puddings?
Yes. That's how my tongue feels right now.
Oh,
the front half of my tongue.
One of us.
Feels like
One of us. It's about time you felt what I feel. All right.
You should do that.
All right, fine. You ready? Oh, you're going to get... Oh, he's getting a stopwatch. He's not going to make me suffer.
I'm going to go pro.
My watch is on charge, otherwise I'd do it.
Let me stop. That's not
I'll let him do a stopwatch. We get this. All right, ready?
3, 2, 1. Oh, I accidentally paused it.
You motherfucker! What did you pause it on, Dave?
9.
You absolute spanner! My tongue is it's like a beacon of heat.
I know, right?
But it's not just
it was warm.
It's not just the front. I get it everywhere. The whole mouth is like.
It's like the whole front half of my mouth is.
Oh, that is something. That is
impressive.
I mean, you trolling me is impressive. Yes, that was really nice, actually. Oh no, that's dangerous. I'm worried now because we're going to go to the others and be. Well, to be fair, we know the Rioja cask is good.
Yeah.
The Ven's good. We know the Lagavulin's a banger.
Yeah.
But now we're like, oh,
this is going to be interesting.
Oh dear. All right, well, I want to do the water test.
Well, if that's a C, that's pushing an A.
Oh. Okay, sorry.
Meg's dribbling.
No, that's fine. But I got it all in the glass. Okay. Just swirling a couple drops of water. Is it me or does that warm it up?
What, you mean it has an inverse exothermic reaction that it shouldn't be having?
It feels warmer.
Or is it just a delayed reaction that your tongue is still swollen?
No, it feels warmer.
I'm trying to make sure I don't get smacked in the face by a bullet. If I do that.
Oh, I mean, the bullet's fairly useless now, to be honest. It feels warmer. I don't know. I don't know how to explain that.
But slightly more mellow.
Yeah. It feels warmer. I like that. All right, well, I'm going to subject this to one test that has to be subjected. YOLO Swag Fam, are you doing this as well? Yeah, take the bullet out. It's of no use now. YOLO Swag Fam. Don't do that. It
That's
goes
a
down.
waste.
It's a waste. It goes down very easy, yes. Felt wrong the moment it touched the back of my throat. I was like, actually, I should be gagging on that. I need to put it back in the glass and give it its due. Do it proper. Work it. Caress it. Love it. Give it the finish it deserves. Way. No, that's really nice.
Yeah.
I'd say if Altabani's the C for the time being, Glentarret has to go to B.
B plus.
Yeah,
definitely. Or A minus.
We'll stick it on B because we've got others, then we can push it up if we need to.
Yeah.
So
that's the first time in a long time I've had that experience of my tongue going numb from a whiskey. You're dribbling that again.
shut your mouth. It's not on your crotch, at least.
Might be. Not next to the mic, please.
Right. Splendid. Agua up. Cheers.
Agua down.
Okay, so just to say, that is probably that's right up there as like, I may have to get a bottle of that. Just because that is...
I can see why that got the ratings it did, because that was very well reviewed.
I'm looking forward to the Who Dark, because I've heard the reviews on that are bonkers, because of the price. I mean, if it's as good as the Glentarret, then I won't bother with Glentarret, because the Pulteney's there, but...
Yeah.
Alright, next on the list is mine, the Heaven. Tycho Star, which I bought for 1 year on Omegon 2. Can I please have my bottle?
Look electric.
Yes. An impressively rich single malt. I just want the bottle.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I gave
sorry.
it the box.
Yeah.
I gave it in with the cage.
Yes. Rather, splinter.
Yes.
But yes.
Leather.
Spirit of Distillery in Sweden, named after the renowned astronomer Tycho something. And the supernova he discovered back in 1572.
Stina, would you translate?
Yes, Brahe. Brahe. Interestingly enough, Brahe actually lived on the small island of Heaven back in the 1500s. Clearly, the spirit of Heaven Distillers are greatly inspired by astronomy. There's not much written on the box because this is a wooden crate that is crudely finished
We
and
could maybe
pinned
get
together.
Stina to translate that for us. Bacafals.
Yes, spelt Backafallsbyn.
Don't know what that means, but it could be interesting.
Yes, I was very
That
happy with
is the
this.
sum total of the information on the
I'm
box.
not even lying, right? Next year, if I get to 2 years on Omegon 2, I will buy another one, but I'll buy a different one.
Yes,
So I
they
think-
have 4 or 5, don't they?
They're the stars still as well. But I'd be tempted to just have the rye one next, because that'd be interesting. Yes, you hate feet. Yes, she does love feet. She's known for sucking on my toes. What? Who said that? But yes, we're going to do Hiven next. I bought this because originally...
Wait, you mean you don't want the bullets next to the microphone?
I'm going to get dislikes now, aren't I? That's going to suck. It's because of how sensitive the mic is. It's going to pick everything. It picks up the creaking. The reason...
Okay, right. So, okay, Stina, it is BACKALLSBYN. That's Bravo Alpha Charlie Kilo Alpha Foxtrot Alpha Lima Lima Sierra Bravo Yankee November. All one word. That's not the right translation, Wildling.
That.
Yeah.
Right, anyway, I bought this bottle because when I hit 100k on YouTube, the Spirit of Ven was actually on my shortlist. It was actually Dave's idea to get one for hitting 100k. But we end up settling on Japanese because he said, and I quote, the Japanese one will go up in price. It will go up in value. I bought it for 110. It's now almost double that. In fact, I think it is double that now.
Yes, I was not wrong.
And
you now somehow managed to have like 4 bottles of the thing.
three within
Three in
and
a
one
box.
without. Yes. Well, one's open. You get to enjoy it at least.
Yeah.
Oh, we can do a Japanese stream one day, and you could be like, "I've got this Yamazaki 12, Bicky 12." No, we're not drinking that.
Yeah.
Anyway, this like Maker's Mark, they put the wax over the top of the seal. It's not necessarily a cork, but we, bless you. We really enjoyed this. We did a stream. We did drink it. It's really nice, actually.
Yeah, we did that as part of the tier stream.
No,
No,
might have been my. No, we did drink it though.
we have
We
had
had it-
some
I mean, it might have been my
birthday stream.
No,
8
no.
years stream.
might have been because we went through all of them. We did.
think,
we did. Yeah, because you hadn't had
yeah,
it. You hadn't
no.
had it. Oh, I've got a splinter right there.
Meg has been injured by the boxer for Ven.
I literally have a splinter in my hand.
Oh, it's a place. Oh, okay. If that means like behind a waterfall, I will not be overly impressed with your language.
I need tweezers. I've got a splinter. Can you give me those nail clippers over there, please? I literally have a splinter in my hand. If this doesn't work, I'm just going to get a knife from my freaking cabinet. Sorry.
Please bear with us while we deal with a small medical emergency. A brief timeout while Meg focuses on not destroying his finger with a set of nail guns. Excellent.
Right, anyway.
Okay, now it does sound like we're having sex.
Oh, hiya.
It was a very high pitched pop compared to the others.
It's not as big. It's not.
Hang on. It's a
It's
a
a butt.
synthetic.
It's a butt plug.
It's a synthetic, not a real.
Okay. Don't get a knife, you'll get an infection. Shut up.
Not if we burn it first.
I've got a lighter somewhere. I use it.
That was wood. That was wood. That one's synthetic.
This one's a butt plug, yeah.
Yeah.
Yep. Okay, so I'm going to pour these ones because this is. Alright, I'll pour this one myself. Here we go.
Meg just yeeted the jigger straight onto his
I
computer.
literally just went, I barely touched it. Okay, right. So, one for you. And look at that pourer. I love this bottle, by the way, because I can hold the
Yeah.
bottom and just
It's
clamp.
very, very pro, isn't it, for pouring? You could probably get away with the twist as you come back.
It looks
up
like you've
to,
got more of it, by the way.
Yeah.
It's very satisfying. All right. Put that back in the box before I get another splinter.
Can you not be trusted with wood?
Only yours, baby.
I'm guessing that's where it's come from. Look at that bit.
Probably.
Unfinished around the back.
Yeah. Gets a splinter in the finger and cuts off the hand. Hey, I've got knives. I could actually do that. I've got a sword.
I've
got Gimli's
There's
axe.
enough swords and axes in the cabin. We could
I do it with
amputate.
Gimli's axe. It's fine. It's tip of my right hand. I only use that for my guitar playing. Okay, so there's a little tiny bit there. Yeah. Right. Would you like to have a sniff? It says here, caramelized apple, poached pear, generous notes of wood smoke with a slight touch of coastal air, richly herbaceous nettle tea, fresh ginger root.
Do you want a vaguely chilled bullet?
Yeah. Oh, fill me. It smells very different.
Fresh.
It's very fresh. Very different scent. Still quite satisfying. Send you a splinter remover kit, you goof. I mean, you don't have to because I just use a knife.
Is there one of them on his wish list?
There's a box of nothing.
There is a box. There is literally nothing on his wish list.
Yeah.
And there is agua. To be fair, chat, you really. So I put the agua on there. I'm really disappointed that nobody bought him the agua. Like all of the agua he drinks, no one bought him agua. I'm really disappointed in you all.
You would be saving me a lot of money at this point. Just saying.
It's like
I
a
also
24 pack of Evian or something.
I would finish those in a week. Not
Yeah,
even joking. They're not the big bottles. Are you ready to have a drink?
I'm still sniffing.
Oh, okay.
What's on the?
Caramelized apple, poached pear, notes of wood smoke, slight touch of coastal air, richly herbaceous nettle tea, and fresh ginger root. It doesn't mention the peaty, but the peat warmth is here. It's in the palate, but not quite as pronounced.
I am getting the fruitiness.
Oh yeah, it's definitely got a nice fruity tone.
It's
to
very
it.
summery, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely that, which is strange for Sweden.
Yeah, nation of snow and depression.
And hot blonde women.
True. Yes, there are some very hot blonde women. Two of them do archery, and I know them.
Oh. Fair enough. Cheers. That is cold. Huh. So the flavour, cardamom, leafy coriander and sweet cinnamon. I've got a very savoury flavour.
It's a hotel and a distillery. Interesting.
Oh.
Interesting.
Peat
I
warmth
think we should go there on holiday.
is not quite as pronounced as it was on the nose. Candied
Wasn't
peel.
pronounced on the nose at all.
Not as candied peels bring a subtle touch of sweetness to the mix. I've got mostly savoury. Mostly savoury here. Smacks you.
What I would like to do is just highlight.
You can't.
No,
Not on the image.
Okay. So if you read the nose section, I will literally give £10 to someone that can tell me where it says the peat warmth on the nose, because apparently it's not as pronounced on the palate as on the nose. Yet it's so pronounced on the nose they haven't mentioned it.
Maybe they meant poached peat. Hang on. No, it's pear.
That's definitely pear.
It's definitely pear. I've looked as close to that screen as I humanly can. It's definitely pear.
We may have had a couple of whiskies at this point, but I'm very confident they have not mentioned there's any peat on the nose, and yet apparently it's more pronounced on the nose than in the palate.
The only thing we had beyond this was a
hold
tiny
out
dribble
much.
of Johnny Walker Black, because we knew we had to have 7 drinks.
Yeah, we had a tiny dribble of Johnny Walker Black and a copious amount of it on our steak.
That doesn't count.
We cooked off. I did
Exactly.
quite a throw.
It tasted great on the ribeye. I'm just
Yes,
saying.
that was good. That was so moist.
That was so moist. I touched my nose. Dave, £10 please, Dave.
Okay, yeah, you win, Pete. Fine.
But if you want your £10, you have to send it to coffee.com/thereal Omegon 9873. Don't worry, you'll receive it in like never.
It'll be returned to you in suitable whiskey-based content on stream.
In the form of an empty bottle.
Yes, if you
It'd be a Glenmorangie without the pourer.
yes, if you DM me your address on Discord, and you'll receive a present in due course.
Dave's also a Nigerian prince. Okay, so
Place being pronounced in village. Okay, so back of the Falls village. The village behind the waterfall. See, I think I called this like 10 minutes ago. It's going to be the village behind the waterfall.
please buy Meg water. Yeah. Hi Pete, by the way. Hope you're well.
Although, to be fair, given that one of the words for archery in Swedish is something like Bagskitebutiken.
The fuck did you just say?
Bagskitebutiken. See, I learned some Swedish for the people.
I can speak.
were hot.
Do you know I can
Of course
actually speak some Swedish as well?
Fika.
No. This is the sum total of my Swedish knowledge after spending several years knowing white Sith male on Twitch. Erdy gurdy furdy wordy chicken soup. By the way, I had a straight face. He might have believed I was going to say something Swedish for a second there.
So what we've successfully learned is that in all the time you've known Siffy, I know more Swedish than you.
Oh, and one other. Bork, bork, bork.
Everyone knows Bork.
No, bork, bork, bork. And you're hee-hoo. Exactly, cheers.
We're going to get cancelled now for cultural appropriation, aren't we?
Doesn't matter. I'll be demonetised, though. John Cena just showed up in Money in the Bank. Did he?
Ah, sweet. Did he win?
I don't know, I don't give a shit.
Can we see him?
No.
Is he the Doctor of Thugonomics?
Yes. Word life. It's in the song. It's basic thugonomics.
It is, yeah. His incisors is like a viper biting through your
sounds just like Sif. Oh, good. I'm glad I do. Am I supposed to also go...
Baby shark do 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 do.
No! Goru. Goru.
Lulu's not here.
You say it in a... Goru. When you play Rocket League.
Well, so hello, Pete, and welcome. Thank you for joining us.
Yes, thank you for joining us.
We had ribeye earlier. You'll be pleased to know.
Yes. Don't forget to smash the like, people who have joined. I really appreciate it. It really helps the channel. And if you do want to support us, coffee is the best place to do it because we have a goal. And if we get far enough into that goal, I may end up getting Dave to take back to Tesco tomorrow just to get the Glamorangi.
Sloop or backing up? Okay. So we're backing up the waterfall into the village.
Oh, God. Right, anyway, shall we... Right, there's no real test of water with this one, I think. I don't think there's any point doing a test of seconds with this one because we've had it a few times. It's good. I think it sits comfortably. I'd say just above Altabani, but only just.
See, I think it depends what we're looking for.
Because the peat isn't that pronounced either.
No, but I think in terms of quality, I feel like the Haven is a more refined whiskey. But in terms of
the peat,
I
is
think
below.
the Altabani is better.
Okay, well, how about
if we're
this?
looking for a peat, there's a peat stream.
Okay, well, would you be okay with it getting a C and Altabani getting a C+?
Yeah, I think it's similar level. I think they balance together, but I think if we're looking for peated, then the Altabani is slightly more.
You're on the Buckfast Kit Kat. Nothing wrong with that. Just remember, on the second bottle, you'll start fucking a hole in the ground. That's got demonetised. All right.
So, Pete, how do you feel about having your own stream?
Yes, Pete, may I just say, you taste absolutely... When we have your turret in our mouth, oh my God, it was like a firecracker. Honestly,
You literally made our mouths numb.
Your
turret made us numb.
Yeah, well done, Pete. I'm going to Yellow Swag Fam. You up for that?
Yeah, why not?
Yellow Swag Fam.
There's a bullet there.
Oh. That is not a good shot. He puts the bullet back in. It puts the bullet on the table, or it gets the lotion again. If he doesn't get the lotion, it gets the hose. If it doesn't get the hose, it gets Pete's turret in his mouth again. Pete, because I'm worth it. Yellow Swag Fam.
Just for you, Pete. Yellow Swag Fam.
That's not a good shot. It's far too. There's something there that doesn't quite work as well.
We didn't really cover the finish, did we?
Quite long, yeah. Black pepper, orange.
That's it. It's the pepper.
Yeah, it's the pepper. It doesn't work as a shot.
It's just pepper, really, isn't it?
Yeah, it's not a shot.
Chocolate.
It's not a shot at all. It's a bit coarse, isn't it, as a shot? I'm not.
It's like no.
The whelm of it isn't as great. I'm not as whelmed.
We are suitably less whelmed.
But that's fine because we know the Altabani is a good shot. Glen Turret is a shot, but you shouldn't shoot it.
No.
Then no.
But then is very much a summer evening sipping
Yes.
on the balcony type. This would involve you speaking to your sister and us using your sister. But I have a feeling that Haven is a summer evening in a hot tub whiskey.
She does have a hot tub.
I feel like that's where we need to go with.
She does. We're going to need to get rid of Plumpy soon, by the way.
She'll make her way out at some point.
All right, we're going to agua up before Fox came in and licked your... Oh, thank you, Foxy.
I called it waterfall.
Well done. You feel better? Oh, good.
I feel like I know geography and Sweden. and language all in one.
And he will now say it in Swedish for you. Borg, 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 jodlehiu. See?
Backafolsbyn.
Oh, cultural appropriation.
So Bin is a village. Bin is Backafall, so it's the village around the Backafall waterfall.
Okay, well that's cool. That's very interesting.
I successfully deciphered the Haven despite having a Swede in the chat.
Yes.
Took longer to do it.
No. No, Stina's awesome. Don't say that. She's cool. She's cool.
But I think you'll find that cool that it was something to do with a village behind a waterfall about 20 minutes
True,
ago.
you did, but you only guessed. We'd still need to wait for confirmation anyway. Right. So,
which he are you talking about?
Don't know.
Because neither of us need help.
Thank you to Foxy, by the way, the artist of this beautiful backdrop we've been using.
Yes,
for those who haven't seen it so far,
we are very impressed.
It looks splendid, and we're both very happy with it.
To be fair, we added the bit in the middle. It doesn't normally look like this. It normally looks like we've got it without the bit in the middle. It's normally a TV screen that we can utilise.
That's the point. Right. Next on the agenda is another one of mine. In fact, the next two are. We are going to Lejček, spelt Ledeg. It's part of the
reasons.
It is the part of the Sinclair series. It is the
very fancy box.
Rioja cask finish, the Isle of Mull. It is. We had this as a sample, and
it's the most interesting box, isn't it? Definitely.
Yes. Well, no, Pulteney is.
I prefer the imagery on that one.
Yeah, but lift the lid off that. Lift the lid off it.
Oh yeah, it's on. It's a pain in the arse.
Just lift it. How cool is that?
Yeah.
I mean, the imagery, yes, but the quality of the box and Pulteney is always quite consistent.
The quality is good. Yeah.
I'd say these two are the best two boxes of the lot.
Yeah.
But Lejček is
Good,
pronounced. It's made with heavily peated barley before being matured in ex-bourbon casks. No. One.
There was a brief moment where Dave attempted to do stream work. Dave was told no.
We don't need the notes yet, though. But so we're going to come back here for a second.
Don't make a mess while you're gone.
So, reading from the box, folks. It's finished in ex-bourbon, matured in ex-bourbon casks, which is quite common for whiskey. Finished in mull over that one. Oh, I see what you did there, Mystic.
Nice.
Finished in hand-selected Spanish Rioja casks. Okay, which is awesome.
Fair, Rioja is a good wine.
Well, I'm not a wine person, but there are a few wine finished whiskies I'm quite fond of, and Spanish seems to be that and the Grenache. We know they're good. Good on whiskey as well. Both have been tried on the whiskey, actually.
Yes.
Yeah. Single malt contains powerful flavours of... Oh, yes. That's what I meant. Smoke, spice, grape, sweet berries, and lingering saltiness. It's the very definition of our distillery's expressive nature. Now, the thing about this is that Lejček, or Ledeg, is part of Tobermory. I'm now live.
Thank you, YouTube. We are exactly 58 minutes and 21 seconds into the stream, and we are live.
Yeah.
So for those of you who are now about to join us due to the YouTube notification...
established in 1798. This is quite old as well.
So, welcome to the stream, people who have joined us for the YouTube notification. We've only been here an hour.
Yes.
What took you so long?
So, in 1797, John Sinclair, an innovative kelp merchant, applied for a lease of land known as Lejček, or Lechik.
Lechik, yeah, okay.
Lejček, which means safe haven. After Sinclair's first application was rejected, he persevered, remained true to his original vision, and a year later, the distillery was established.
That explains the ships on the box, then.
It does. Despite a colourful history marked by closures, financial troubles, and even a change of name, today Tobermory is a thriving, expressive, and unique distillery, true to its idyllic location on the Hebridean island of Mull. The world has changed unimaginably since we produced our first single malt, but we have not. At Tobermory, we still maintain the commitment and creativity of Sinclair and approach our distilling with artistic expression. So glad I said artistic and not autistic. 46.3%. It is one of the nicer ones. We've had this a couple. Basically, Dave came down for his birthday last year.
Yeah.
With a box of something nostalgic. Now, this nostalgic thing was something he and I had not done in a long, long time, where we had just simply tasted different whiskies.
A sample box of Master Malt goodness.
Yes. It was glorious. It was so good. It was so good, I bought one of the samples because I could afford it. Lejček, which is not Ledeg or Lejček. Lejček, spelled Ledaig. Lejček, okay. Single malt Scotch whiskey box. It has a beautiful cork that's like slightly burnt on the top.
Yeah.
It's absolutely exquisite, and I'm really happy because I like this whiskey. We both do. I think this is one where when it's finished, I will buy another. It's definitely in the name. It's definitely one I will replace because we know the quality is good, and we really enjoyed it on the steak and on the whiskey.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think there's just been an ad put in, by the way. I just saw ad inserted on the left.
if you got an ad, I'm really sorry. I have no control over that. Right. Anyway, sorry. Oh,
That it repeats itself. That's good.
oh, it's nice and nice and moist.
Yeah. It's strong.
Right. So,
And yes, Pete. Yes. Okay. Fair enough. Meg, I'm donating you £10 so you can do all of the M words.
fair enough. I look forward to your donation. There we go. Right.
It was in. I made it earlier. It was in the form of ribeye.
Damn it! Am I going to get Glenmorangie if you can't give me the money?
No. You're wasting good whiskey.
It's on my crotch now. Do you want to suck it off?
Okay. That's fine.
That's going to get us demonetised. Right. You
Well,
need
we
it.
haven't been already.
Yeah, don't. The last one got demonetised because we were really careful.
Yeah.
But apparently something about these streams, they're just...
got a menu thing.
So I just right-click on the mouse. Right, anyway, over here, we have tasting notes. On the nose, red grapes, cinnamon, rose petal jelly, and a wave of coastal smoke.
Because we all know what rose petal jelly is.
Rose petal, actually, weirdly, we can actually... Rose petal, that is rose-scented disinfectant. We just spray that randomly in the air. You'll get I've got a disinfectant that's rose petal, I believe.
Scarlet rose, it is indeed. Yes.
Spray in the air. Twist it around to be open first, please. Actually, aim it
Stream or
spray. Aim it at my hoodie. Right, so now you'll know what the scent is. He's sniffing me.
Oh, he smells fresh.
I do, don't I? Yeah, I'm good. Meg had a crisis. One second, folks. 1 second. Right, we're back, folks. Sorry about that. We had to get a dog out of the room.
No.
You have chocolate if you want.
No,
You gotta knock it off. Move the chocolate.
There.
Well, I did for work. Move the chocolate, you Philistine.
The moth.
Yeah, but I need it for work.
Fine. We're all good.
Okay, so on the nose, we've got red grapes, cinnamon, rose petal jelly. Don't know why the jelly part features. And coastal smoke. So, you ready?
You missed us evacuating a dog from the room. That's about it.
A dog with meat sweats.
Yes.
She ate an entire Cumberland and loads of beef fat from the steaks earlier, and she is a happy dog for that, by the way.
Okay, that does actually smell like that disinfectant.
I use that to clean my tables and stuff. Oh, I love the smell on this. It's got a nice warmth to it. Cinnamon, yeah, I've got the cinnamon. The coastal smoke, definitely there.
Not really getting the grape, but yeah, the smoke.
No, it's not. I don't know. Red grape is delicious, but I don't quite know where that is on the smell. I only really identify red grape as a taste.
Yeah.
Because it doesn't smell like... Red grape doesn't smell
You don't
like
tend to
it.
sniff grapes, do you?
I'm not going to grab a go and go, hemorrhoids. Because I don't do butt stuff.
If anyone in the chat sniffs grapes, could you please let us know what a red grape smells like?
If they say hemorrhoids, I'm going to fucking laugh. Honestly. Sorry about the profanity. It's a very nice smell. It's a very good whiskey. We know it's good.
I'm looking forward to the palates, though. Grassy
Yeah.
peat, stewed plum, raspberry almond,
Wait.
dark chocolate.
Are you telling me pizza grass?
Snitches get stitches.
Meet me around the back, Pete. Need to have a little word. Right.
Sounds like a crumble.
It does a bit, doesn't it? It sounds like it does sound
Plum
like
raspberry and dark chocolate crumble. That sounds good. Mum?
You're over 100 miles away. She can't hear you from it, although maybe she's like, my son needs me. I'll get cooking. I'll burn Meg's mouth again. I'll serve it frozen so he'll still get a burn.
Oh, Mum,
Chocolate flavoured
stewed
ass
plum?
cream. There you go. Right, you ready for a taste? Cheers. Oh, that's so sweet and peaty as well. No dark chocolate. I got peat, very grassy. No almond. I've definitely got fruit.
See, I would say that I think the sweetness is a chocolatey sweetness.
I don't identify it with dark chocolate. I
No.
think dark's normally bitter.
Yeah, but that's dark chocolate is bitter.
I haven't got a bitterness though on my palate.
No.
But you might have it. I get it. Salted caramel, cherry, and clove on the finish.
Clove, yes.
Yeah, clove. Yeah, cherry maybe. Salted caramel. Maybe the salt because the coastal part on the nose. What?
I was reading the Swedish
Oh, okay.
101 in the chat for those of you
Thank
who
you
might
for the
be learning.
education, though. We really appreciate it. Yes, we do appreciate that because we're here to learn while we drink whiskey. We're four of 7 in, by the way, and I really like this one.
I wonder what that was for a second.
I kept seeing him there, and I'm like, you know what? Nail clippers need to go. I'm done doing my own little surgical exercises. There's a long finish because I've still got it right here. On basically what I'm saying right here. If you touch the top of your chest, right,
Basically, like the
just
bottom,
before your
just
neck,
literally where the lower points of your collarbone.
yeah, and you just rub right in the middle.
Collarbone.
Yeah, and I don't mean lower down, so you're touching your cleavage and your moobs and all that. I don't have any, but,
No.
here, yeah.
Or the hole that I have.
You don't have moobs either, yes. Weird flex, but okay.
An inverse move.
You have an inverse move. I mean, if you ate enough food, you bloody well would. But yeah, it's very warm, it's very long, it's welcome though, it's not a bad, and the peated flavour isn't as, it's nowhere near as pronounced as the Glenturret, which is clearly leagues.
Glenturret is currently in a league of its own in terms of peat.
It is. I'm kind of wondering what the ppm on that is. It must have a ppm. A lot of them mention it.
I'm pretty sure there wasn't one on there.
You have moves? No, I do not have moves, and nor does Dave. Because I work out a shitload. I have what we call pectoral muscles.
And I'm a stick insect.
See? Pectoral.
He is literally flexing his pecs.
I can control it.
He's doing a peck dance. He is doing a peck dance.
Damn right. Yeah, it's just,
You definitely want to see this.
just gotta get to the biceps,
I should video that and send that to
No,
him.
please don't. God damn it. I don't need that in my life.
We'll see how drunk you get.
It's gonna be a lot
I'll
more
find
than
you a bottle of Talisker.
You just get dick pics at that point. I'm gonna drink more. Oh, yeah. I love the clink on
I love
this.
the fact you kind of pretty much smashed these glasses.
Yeah, that was a proper heavy-handed clink there, wasn't it?
Speaking of smashing glasses.
What? Oh, you're sending another one, aren't you?
No, your sister and mum.
Oh, yeah, you're a Tinkerbell one, don't you? Earlier, Dave accidentally broke a mug in the house. Donates my coffee so Dave can afford to buy one. I totally won't spend it on Glenmorangie. But I will actually spend it on Glenmorangie.
So I got that one.
Yes. Yeah, I broke your mug. Here's another one. Pillowcase equals some word. Directly translates into eagle snack. Eagle snack. Oh, snack. I'm guessing Tide Pods. As far as the tasting notes on this whiskey go, I would argue they are quite accurate because we can identify more than we have on previous ones. And the reason why is because we already know this whiskey. So we have a slight bias, which is where the issue is. Haven we do as well, but we have only had one glass before. And Altabani, arguably, we've only...
Holy Jesus, how much is that mug? I've got a bottle of Yamazaki for that.
Bitch, I think she'd rather have the Yamazaki and she doesn't drink whiskey. Anyway, the Lechik, which we've now got a third pronunciation for, it's beautiful. A peated whiskey with a wine finish is incredibly rare. There aren't many. I don't know if there are any other distilleries that do it, but Tobermory do. And I'll be honest, a sweety peaty flavour is now 2 of the 4 we've had so far, and Altabani is discontinued. Although if we Google search that on Dave's phone while he's busy looking at porn to send people and stuff, it's a fantastic.
Not about the doghouse.
Yeah, I don't worry about that. We can do it after the stream.
Oh Jesus, that one's even more expensive.
Do it after the stream, yeah? Yeah, do it after the stream. Hello, Wanderer. Hello, Ragamuffin. Hope you're well. If you're new here, smash the like. If you want to support us, as I want to get myself another bottle of Glenmorangie, especially, coffee.com. I don't know if we did this with the Lechik or not, though. This whiskey we're currently trying, and the Rioja cask. I don't know if we did a YOLO swag fan with it. We are an hour and 11 minutes in.
I don't know.
We're 4 out of 7 in. We're allowed hour and 11 in. We've got plenty of time to. We could do this and then go to Old Pulteney and see what the magic is. See whether it can. Because the reviews on it are high. To me, I'm worried that Pulteney will suffer a fate like watching a movie you have bigged up and it disappoints you. There's a lack of whelm now.
Yes.
All right. Well, I'm gonna take this out.
You have one in.
Yes, I sucked my bullet. And I'm going to YOLO swag fam. Are you? Or are you going to do a timer?
Well, we don't know an age, do we?
But you can count to 5.
I'll do a 5.
All right, Dave does his 5-second mouth thing. Ready? Get it all in there. Get it all in there.
That minute, it's 5 seconds only.
Oh. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Now, the reason for this, for those who aren't, are new here, is that by doing that, Dave can sit it on his tongue for every year it is. Really?
The nuttiness is coming out, yeah.
Ah, so it's a sipper. Okay. So the thing is, only one of these whiskies has an age statement. Only one has an age statement. Hello, Shady Lane. Hope you're well. Smash the like. Help us with our alcoholism. Donate to coffee. The age statement only worked on Glenturret, and it was insanely good. The fire was like there. But then we're going to do it. We've done 5-second ones with the others just to, because they haven't got an age statement. 4 is a minimum. We add an extra second. 1 second for every year of its
maturation in the cask.
Yeah. Can you shut my windows, please? Because of music.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Thanks, buddy. I don't know. Just shut the windows. Thank you. And by doing that, you allow it to sit on your tongue and go all over the place. It helps you to unlock its flavour, its potential, right? And that's fundamental to enjoying this, trying to find out what the potential of the drink is. Because I know some people will say, oh, that's snobbish. Yes, it is. Because this isn't about just sitting there going YOLO swag fam. We subject it to a YOLO swag fam to see whether or not it has the potential, the versatility to also be that. And we've already found out there are 2 that don't really work as a shot. Old Barney, yes. Turret, definitely not.
No.
Haven, no. I don't think it does either, actually. But yes, are we drunk, tipsy, or no? Not really. Are you?
Stina, I want on a t-shirt.
Yeah. Is it the Johnny Walker Blue cupboard? Can you do that same thing, but when it says in the blue cupboard, can you have it say now you've that word in the Johnny Walker Blue cupboard, please? And then we want that on a shirt. But yeah, I'm not really buzzed. But I'm a YOLO swag fan mine.
We're just enjoying ourselves.
Yeah, we are. YOLO swag fan, buddy.
I have less than you, but I will swag.
That's a lot sweeter on a shot. It doesn't feel bad as a shot either, but the peat is like coming out and the warmth is right there on the chest again.
I've left the cabin open.
Yes, you have.
I may go just shut that.
You go do that. I'm going to talk about this. I think, as far as I'm going to bring us back here for a minute to the bar, because it definitely is a good shot. It's with peated whiskies generally. There's only one that you could shoot and not feel too dirty about, realistically. The problem with it is that to buy a bottle of it now is so insanely beyond the realm of reasonable, because of inflation and the UK government's desire to make it impossible to have alcohol, that you can't really justify having a shot of it, even though you really should have a shot of it. Lechik is one of the cheapest bottles here. Letchik and Altabani and Alpultany Hudart are the 3 cheapest, next to Kelt. Haven is above that. Glen Turret is, I think, above it. And then Lagavulin 16, which we'll get to last. It's... Oh, well, to be honest, so far, the Glen Turret and Haven were not shots, which meant when we did it, it was well and truly haram, 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 haram. It was quite wrong. And we noticed it was wrong. Om nomi nom nom waka 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 waka. I like these terms. These are good terms. I would say, because I have said it in the past, some of these certain bottles are screw tops at best. They're not worth a cork. We've yet to encounter one that is worth a screw top. And that's very important because we here want to make sure that, and obviously that's a really snobbish thing to say. A lot of the whiskies I do actually like are screw tops. But I will admit, there's something quite satisfying to having a cork in your hands, to having a bottle that has a cork on it. And it's we enjoy that. We really do here. The Altabani is fantastic. The Letchik, beautiful. The Glen Turret was leagues above everything we've had, which neither of us had, and Dave has had for over a year. He has waited for the right moment to share that, and I'm really grateful he shared it here with us, because that's awesome. The Haven is beautiful. Sweden, they produce a really nice whiskey, and they honour the tradition of how Scotch whiskey is made, which is why it works so well. And that's very important, because if you don't honour the process, then, of course, it doesn't go down very well, does it? And I think if you can't respect the process, then you don't deserve to, to be given much in the way of an opportunity to present your beverage to the world as if it is good. Although I will say, of the bottles, the most pretty bottle is the Glen Turret. It looks like a decanter. The one on the far right, no, not that kind of far right, is just stunning. Quite frankly, the silly one is the Penderyn, because it's silly tall for no good reason, really, other than to be tall. But I'm just putting some water in my glass while I wait for Mr. Bay of Dave here. Oh. Nice. Anyway, how is everyone? Hope you're all doing well. Thank you all for being here. We really appreciate it. We are 4 of 7 in, and I say 7, there are actually 6 non-Islay, peated whiskies, with one at the end being an actual Islay whiskey. The definitive, if you haven't got this in your cabinet and you like peated whiskies, you're an absolute cretin. It must always be in your cabinet. Next to Lafroig 10, but we had to do one because there's 7 bottles here. No lie, we were considering adding at least 3 more. But to be honest, even after that many, what's left to collect for the Game of Thrones series? I just need the Dalwhinnie and the Royal Lochnagar. And we today have put the Mortlach and the Lagavulin 9 into my cabinet. We rearranged the cabinet, in fact, to fit them in there. So we have 7 of 9. We're very happy with that. If I can get the remaining 2 and have the complete set of 9 is worth about £1,500. I would have spent about £600 to get all 9 bottles. So and also I found out the Talisker, I paid £45 for it. It sells, and I'll quickly go and check it, because I'm pretty sure I'm right. Game of Thrones Talisker was selling for over £100, I believe. Game of Thrones Talisker, 147. That's over 3 times what I paid for it. Like, bish, I paid 45 quid for that. It's selling for 147. Like, that's brilliant. That really is. But to have a complete set of Game of Thrones whiskey, let's go for Google on my phone. Game of Thrones whiskey set. All 9. What's it go for? Where is it? Just over £1,000. Yeah, it's over £1,000. That's fantastic, because that will go up in value as time goes by. And I'll be honest, 1,400. There we go. that to me is good because you want to if you want to invest in some whiskey, you want to make sure the whiskies you have available. Yeah, resistance is definitely subtle. You're absolutely right there, Pete. You want to make sure, though, with the options available to you, that if you're going to invest, of course, ideally you want to invest in one bottle rather than 9, but I wanted to have a collection of one. And that's a point. I wanted to have something I can look at and go, yeah, I've got those. We put them in the cabinet earlier. We rejigged the entire cabinet. Our Lagavulins had to be moved to the bottom. The Glenmorangis have gone up, and the Irish shelf is no longer an Irish shelf. Some of the Taliscas are at the top and bottom. It's really nice to see because it's a very it's a welcome sight. Yeah, I don't just want things in there that I can drink. I want things in there I can look at and say, yeah, I got that. I've got the Coronation English whiskey bottle, which is going to go up in value as well. Nika 12. I've got 2 of those above my desk here, and they're going to go up in value. Blanton's is expensive. Blanton's JK is very expensive. Absolutely. And Penderyn is lush. Absolutely. Penderyn Celt I've never had. But Dave has about 8 or 9 bottles, and 7 of them are different. Yeah, we like Penderyn here. We love Penderyn. I like Madeira. I love the Legend bottle. We've gone through 2 of those. I'm very fond of Penderyn. We both are. Sentimentally, nostalgia, but also because it is a very nice whiskey. It's a very good, safe whiskey. And Dave's taking forever, so I'm going to get another glass of Lechik because he's taking for too long. So I'm going to pour myself another one because fuck him. Oh! He took too long and now he's turned up just as I'm pouring one. Well,
sorry, there was issues afoot.
That's right, I'm pouring you a half measure of Lechik because why not? You know, I was just
like karaoke concert happening somewhere. There's a niece coming back because reasons.
Whatever. So that. No, I was just talking about like our my Game of Thrones collection was asked about, and I was talking about that driving from Texas. Oh, fantastic! I thought Blanton's is very expensive. My friend Sinatra says on YouTube, I told him my very first January treat I ever bought myself whiskey-wise was Jack Daniel's Sinatra Select. I still got it. I might do a stream on that in the future with the Highland Puff, with that on its own actually, just so we can go through Jack Daniels that we will willingly drink.
Leona, can you please refrain from using the S word in the chat? That's like the 9th or 10th time you've done it. It's just getting inappropriate.
I think somebody's deprived. But anyway, off the topic,
yes,
back on topic. The point is, after I told him about it, he went and found the bottle. Took him a while. He got it. He was so happy because his name was Sinatra. He got it. He was very happy. He then said, right, I think you, Meg, should get Blanton's. I haven't got Blanton's. I wouldn't mind getting Blanton's because it looks amazing. Because it's got a beautiful grenade-shaped bottle with a horse on top. It's awesome. Another Lechik.
Yes.
I thought YOLO swag fam and then get to Old Pulteney because you took about 15 minutes.
Sorry, yeah.
That's fine, it's fine. It's all good.
Apparently, so you know how when we went to bed last night? No, you didn't go downstairs. So when I went downstairs last night, there were keys in the front door, and the door between the dining room and the kitchen was open.
Okay.
So I asked her, am I supposed to leave this door open now? And she was like, no. Why? I was like, well, because it was left open last night. So there was then a discussion about why and how it ended up being open last night.
Okay, I don't care.
It very quickly turned towards a certain person being responsible, which I very quickly said, no, we'd have noticed that.
I honestly couldn't care less. It doesn't matter to me. Anyway, yes, Lechik. We're still on that because I just poured another glass because I didn't know. Literally, he turned up just as I was pouring one. You okay though?
He did kindly pour me one as well.
Yeah, well, I don't stint, and the bottle's nearly half empty now. I'll need another one at some point. It's a really good whiskey. We put it on steak. It goes well on steak. We've had it with steak. It's really good with steak. We've had it without steak. It's
very nice without.
It's just really good.
Yeah.
So we've graded so far. Where does the Lechik sit? It's not as good as Glen Turret as far as Pete goes.
So, based on the criteria of the stream,
yeah,
C plus
for Altabani.
A.
Yeah, for Glen Turret.
A.
Glen Turret.
B plus.
Oh no! Them was slightly below Altabani.
Oh, yeah, sorry, no, C plus. C. Sorry, I'm getting, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
C.
Alta Barney.
C plus.
Yep. Glenturret, A. Haven.
A minus. Based on the criteria of the stream.
I just said Haven.
Oh, Haven. C.
And Lechik, A minus. It's not as good as the turret, but it is. It's good enough that we've gone back for another glass.
However, yeah, if we were doing a general drinkability tier stream, that would be probably the top of them so far.
Oh, Lechik would be right at the top. It's nice. It's no hands down.
Lech kick, but it's not.
It's on the box.
Yeah, Lechik.
It's on the. It's the most versatile of the lot, and it only costs £33.90. It is so fucking good.
If you don't believe us, it's on screen.
It's literally one of the best ones of the lot. As far as like, if we're doing a versatility for non-Islay peated stream whiskies, that's right at the top. Because you know the Glenturret's a sipper, Alta Barney's a drinker, Haven is a sipper as well, to be honest. But it's a lot. How much does the Glenturret cost?
So I think I bought that for about £40.
Haven costs more. It costs about £55. Actually, no, I can't go back on the image thing. I have to cycle through the images. Yeah. I can't go back. But yeah, the Lechik is the cheapest, or one of the cheapest. Next to the Pulse and the Penderyn. Oh my god, they're so cheap.
Penderyn is cheap, yeah.
Yeah, they're all. Penderyn is quality as well. All right, I'm gonna YOLO this one just so we can move on to the Pulteney because I'm excited. And any guess what to suspect? I'm gonna move on. Cheers.
No, but I feel like you're going to tell us, so we'll allow you to do that.
When we earlier drank Glenturret like this, it was. So we're just going to YOLO swag them. Okay, before you drink it, put that in your mouth and just breathe in some air as well. You know what I mean? Like, just get a little air behind your teeth. I can taste more fruit. More pronounced fruitiness. Like there's something there that I can't quite get to, but I know what it's fruity. I did it with a much larger amount in my mouth, but it's still good. I did a Dave sip basically.
I get hiccups from doing this. I'm not really happy.
If you get hiccups, I'm gonna be really pissed off because we've done really well, and we're not even at the Lagavulin yet, and I'm waiting for you to play your. Oh, you haven't got.
I'm now YOLO swag farming.
YOLO swag fam. Oh, David. It's good though, isn't it? The Lechik is just a banger. Like, straight up.
Genuinely a
banger.
very good whiskey.
It's a banger.
But if you look at that, there's two bottles there that are about, less than, averaging 40 quid a bottle, because that was not now, but there's two bottles there to average 40 quid a bottle that we would happily both have and drink.
Yeah, absolutely. But for two totally different types of drinking.
Yeah, but bear in mind the value of some of the bottles of whiskey we have. 40 quid is cheap.
3 up there, £600.
Yes, I know.
That one there is gonna be. That one there's about 90 quid. I've got tomorrow if you're on my Discord server. You will we'll be in a VC. We're going to be tasting my 8th anniversary whiskey with the glasses that Ragamuffin, if she's still here, bought me. By the way, thank you for that. Can you please pass me next? Oh, hang on. What number are we on? 1, 2, 3, 4.
Something is wrong.
5. There we go. We're on Pulteney, which is next. Who Dart? I'm going to go back here.
Another of the Meg whiskies.
Yes, basically this is the last of the Meg whiskies.
True.
But and a fun fact here, I don't believe either Dave or I have ever tasted an old Pulteney.
No. Meg, how unladylike of you.
Oh, Mr. Beauregard. Sorry, I had a whiskey burp. So, Pulteney, it says here on the box, Old Pulteney Houdat is matured in hand-selected fine oak ex-bourbon casks, finished in ex-peated malt casks, gently absorbing mellow peat smoke qualities, richly sweet, distinctly coastal chords.
Are we on music now? Well, please, Meg, please do demonstrate her oh, Jesus Christ. That was
Let's see.
virtually my face.
That's not a coastal chord. Not a coastal chord.
Can you play Kumbaya?
No.
No.
I can play. No.
On the wall? No. Yes, that'll do.
Yeah, that works. That's very coastal, isn't it?
Yeah.
That's what the sailors would sing.
The carpenters.
Okay, Rare Meg burp. Yeah, I don't burp, so it's quite strange. Okay, the box, by the way, for the Who Dart is the best box of the lot.
See,
No, I'm ignoring the wooden one because I've got a splinter.
I disagree in terms of design, but not quality.
I say quality, not design.
It's a better quality box, but it's not the best design box.
Did I say quality or design?
You didn't specify.
I will specify. Quality of the box is vastly superior to any other box. It's ridiculously thick. The top on it is really hard to pull apart. It's got lead. It's got wedges. It's got plastic. It's got wedges in it. We've literally never had a Pulteney before, and this is highly rated. On the back of the box, it's quite detailed.
You have 2 in your cabinet that we've never tried.
12 as well. Yeah, I bought it because it was cheap in Sainsbury's. I was like, all right, I need to fill my cabinet up. I'll have that. As the man behind the town's 19th century fishing... I'll try again, sorry. Stammer. As the man behind the town...
We don't need to read it.
No, I've just got a stammer, it's fine. As the man behind the town's 19th century fishing boom, Sir William Pulteney put Wick on the map. John did that. But today, the Pulteney name is better known for its unique single malt whiskey. Distilled and matured by the sea, the liquid in our casks is cocooned by salty air swept ashore on Arctic winds. During Wick's heyday, Baba Yaga, as Europe's herring capital, assassin, the vessels adorned with their generous sparkling... Thank you. I got yours.
You have my balls in your
Sparkling
glass.
silver darlings also carry fishermen in their droves. Exhausted after weeks of high seas hardship, the courageous seafarers who landed silver by the barrel were rewarded with liquid gold by the cask. Since 1826, Pulteney Distillery has endured everything nature and man can throw at it, including 25 years of prohibition. I mean, that just sounds like the Scottish nanny state. Matured next to the sea, first in fine American oak ex-bourbon casks, so basically every whiskey, then finished in ex-peated malt casks, this deep golden single malt brims with mellow wood smoke and burnt toffee on the nose, with subtle peat fire notes, honey crisp green apple lead to freshly ground spices and smooth vanilla.
Point of clarification.
Go.
Is this a peated whiskey, or is this just from a peated whiskey cask?
Well, that's also been with the Letchik as well.
Interesting.
The Letchik also had that. So, as his patron, Sir William Pulteney commissioned the civil engineer Thomas Telford to design a major new herring fishing town and harbour at the estuary of the River Wick. Today, Pulteney Town is one of Wick's hidden gems, and the most complete example of Telford... Is that where the sex offences happened? Planning genius. It's also home to our distillery on Hudart Street, which is why it's called Hudart, which is also known as the Maritime Malt. It is a 46% fine oak matured single malt Scotch whiskey.
So it's middle of the range. So it's roughly similar to the Letchik.
Yeah.
Which
And
is 46.3.
you know what's good about this whiskey? This one's not been opened.
Oh, to be fair, so this is the second whiskey of the night that is a new open.
And this one doesn't have the plastic, the wrapper. Here's it. Mine has the foil. Oh.
Yeah, it's not quite so much ASMR with this one.
Get off.
Although Beggar's struggling.
It's because it's properly wedged on that. Oh, that's a nice little topper, actually. Okay, let's do that. There we go. Ready?
Starfish shot. Or something.
Maritime.
Maritime like
Compass. Yeah. Would you like to explain why you're laughing, Dave? Just explain why you're laughing. Explain. Go on. Tell them about the whelm, though. Tell them about the whelm.
So imagine a level of whelm that you would be happy with. Imagine like all the levels below that.
I got it.
The silence you heard was Meg opening that bottle of whiskey and there being absolutely no cork noise whatsoever.
Motherfucker did me dirty, man. It did me dirty. Right, I'll do it again. Right, silence. I kill you. Oh.
Finally. Oh, that is...
Okay. I like the bottle
That's
on this, by the way. I didn't like this at first, but
it's
it's kind of
chunky.
it's growing on me. It's like a honey thing to it.
It's got like a nosing glass on the top.
Yeah, it does a bit, doesn't it? Yeah. All right. Okay.
That's the first one in a while that hasn't had a noise when we've opened it.
I mean, I didn't even cock up the open. You saw me do
No,
it.
that was a solid open. Good wrist movement.
Oh, hiya. I tell you what, it makes a nice clunk sound, doesn't it?
It's a good glugging.
It's a proper good glug. All right. Well, I'm not gonna bother with those because
Seriously, yeah, get help. There's therapy for people like you.
Can I, in the chat, please have a hiya? Can you please put that back? The box is ridiculously strong as well. The feel there, it just feels tough.
Yeah.
All right, so we've never had Pulteney. We don't know what Pulteney tastes like. We don't know anything about this whiskey. Drip.
Now you've planted your last potato. Oh, that's really interesting.
I don't do vodka here.
I'm liking this Swedish language learn by doing stream
Yeah.
as well.
All right, so first of all, let's go to the bar screen. The notes: caramel apple, whiff of bonfire smoke, followed by creamy vanilla. Okay, so caramel and vanilla, I agree. I don't really... The smoke is not as pronounced. It's there, but it's very
Yeah, I'm
mild.
getting pear drops.
I can understand that. I can understand that. There you go, let's see. Hi there. Thank you.
Nice enough.
Hi, Shadow Loaf Nose. Hope you're well. Ain't done nothing. You say that. You wrote sex in the chat.
Like
Filthy.
12 times.
You need... Wait, back on the whiskey. I like the...
I mean, yeah, smoke, but
Yeah.
it's like a sugary sweetness and smoke.
So I'm interested because this is very like this is not again it's another not so pronounced peated whiskey, you know? It's not pronounced on the nose.
Yeah.
So the only way we're going to know for certain now is if we do the thing we have to do. Well,
Interesting on the palate.
let's go.
There's something there that I don't eat. Or I don't like.
Brian?
No.
Banana.
Mm.
Banana.
Not a fan of banana.
I like
That's
banana.
pretty interesting.
You like eating... I've seen you eat a banana.
Johnny's cried over a banana this morning.
Which
You-
one? The
Your
youngest?
older sister's one.
Oh, the youngest?
Yeah. Well, youngest are the ones that actually live.
Yeah,
here,
yeah,
but
the
not
youngest
the
are-
youngest are the ones in the house
well,
all the time.
Yeah, no, she does. If there's no nanny, she gets really
Yeah.
upset.
She'd eaten them all, and therefore she cried.
She a fat bitch? Of course she did. Right.
Anyway,
Oh, that's so good. No, that's good. Fam, the peat is quite like sharp and short.
short, definitely.
Very short finish. It says lingering time honey, earthy malt. No, it doesn't linger. It's very short on the front of the tongue, but it's there. And all the fruitiness around it really complements it nicely. Well, no, not fruit, but it's
I
sweet.
like that, Stina. That's a good sign.
Stop.
Now you've planted your last potato. I'm going to use that at work at one point. I feel like that's coming. On the idiots at work. You've planted your last potato.
The
What?
owner should be doing it with her work. Anyway, back to the whiskey. Back to the whiskey. I don't want to get derailed by Swedish lessons and Leona's sexual deprivation. Lol. I like that because it definitely lives up to the reputation of people liking it. I kind of get why. Because it's got a nice balance. It's not too much, but it's also not necessarily mild.
See, I'm not liking that particularly.
No? Is it because of the banana?
No, I can't taste banana.
Okay.
It's just there's something funny about it. That's like weird.
There is something
is
that sits on
sharp.
there's something that sits on the tongue that twists. I don't quite understand it. But-
I mean, it is short. It's not a long finish.
It's
on
not a lingering finish.
it. No.
There's not much honey to that either, but it's definitely sweet. I know that. The bonfire and the smell, yeah. There's a little bit of earthy malt on the finish, but it's not much. There's something strange, but I still think it's quite nice. You don't like it, do you?
No, there's. It's not bad.
No, it's not.
But there's something that I just can't put my finger on that just is me. I'm not enjoying it.
No, that's all right because you've had a crack at it at least. You're not trying to deprive yourself. Anyway, this is a new experience, isn't it? Dave's doing a count test, by the way, for those who are wondering what the silence was. Do you want to do a couple drops of water in there?
Yeah.
All right. Ready? Say when.
Yeah, I'll do.
I may have just watered it down with the exact amount of water.
I'm getting no banana, but there's something
No.
about that that's just not. It's not sitting right.
I kind of know what you mean, but it's so short in issue for my tongue that the rest of the flavors I'm kind of getting a sweetness. Maybe I burnt my tongue enough on food that I just can't.
Maybe, yeah.
That's all right, because we know what we can do then. Have a little sip of the water one, yeah, of your now water whiskey, right? Because I might unlock it. You never know. Well.
Okay, I now dislike it for different reasons.
What's
With the water, it doesn't really taste of anything. But it's neutralised the thing that was making my tongue go before.
Oh, I love that. Okay, well, I'm going to yellow swag that.
So it's better with water in one sense, and also worse with water.
What can you taste anything peaty though?
Not really, no.
So I can on the finish, but it's very short. There's a lack of whelm on it.
Yeah.
But I know why. I can understand why it's popular because from what I'm getting all the sweet flavors. Because I'm a sweet tooth person. Of course, I'm going to get it.
So am I, but I'm not getting any of it.
Different palates though. You don't lean towards sweeter whiskies, do you? I do.
Not whiskey, no.
I do though.
But I do like my chocolate.
You do, but
food.
think about all the whiskies you have. Who leans towards the sweeter ones? I.
Yeah.
You only have sweeter ones because I bought you some of them. Cough, cough. 15-year-old Cadbo estate, which tastes like cookies and cream.
That is very nice.
I can't wait. We're going to do a stream, by the way, testing his against mine. What would you recommend for people that don't like whiskey? Whiskey.
A new set of taste buds.
A tongue-ectomy. Replacement.
Find the man on the White and Mackay video that goes, hello.
Oh, God.
Hello.
Oh, that
change your tongue for his, and then, yeah.
I can't do it with that glass because I end up chinning myself, breaking a tooth. I'm going to yellow swag fam. You up for that?
Does England have a tradition of singing a sort song before you take a shot?
Yeah, it's called Yummy, 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 I Want You in My Tummy.
Or Down the Hatch, or Yellow Swag Fam.
I think also we may occasionally sing WAP, but just because we think, don't tickle my feet with your feet.
Sorry.
You bitch. It tastes like a campfire. That was pretty good. Oh, nice. And we got one of those here as well, actually, called Glen Turret. Anyway, yellow. I'm going to take the bullet out. Suck the bullet. You ready to finish this? Get up to the Penderyn Celt. Just the thing. I do like the Houdart. I think its value for money is good. I do taste it, but I don't believe if we're going to grade this, the only way we're going to be certain of the grade is by shooting it. Now he's got a watered down version, but it's not necessarily quality changed. You just can't taste it. Whereas I can taste all of it.
Yeah. I'm not.
Well,
I'm not getting much from this.
Let's finish it and get to the Penderyn Celt, yeah?
Oh, bullet.
Okay, so I just made that do. You know, we can shoot things and avoid your tongue entirely. Do it.
That's better.
Right? Because all of a sudden, all the flavours sort of come in as vapour instead. That's a shot. That's a shooting whiskey.
That is literally a shot, yeah.
If you don't let that touch your tongue...
Yeah,
right?
I've now gone from I don't like this to this is all right.
Yeah. Thing is, I know how to shoot whiskey. I know what I'm
you
doing.
do shoot more than I do.
I know what I'm doing. Except, unlike there is one shot whiskey I would always let touch my tongue, though. Hello, Johnny. It's only black ones I let do that to me. Especially the double. Glenturret, yeah, check Glenturret, 10-year-old, peat smoked. Exceedingly good. You want brandy? I got a Paul John whiskey with brandy in it, or finished in brandy casks.
Yes, so what you want is the Glenturret aged 10-year peat smoked 2021 release.
Or Ledaig, spelled Ledaig, Rioja
Spelled without
cask.
a C, H, or a K.
Bloody Scotland, man. They butcher they bastardise all language. I'll put the water on
We
this
should
one.
do a brandy stream at one point, just for lulz.
I've never knowingly had brandy.
We'll have to go to my parents and use that.
Or get some of their, which one is it?
Cognac brandy, it's roughly the same thing.
Well, I've got some Metaxa, the Greek one.
We should do a entirely non-whiskey stream.
Oh, God, I'd be cancer.
Have like a brandy, a vodka, a rum.
I don't want to do vodka. Fuck that. I'll do like tequila. I'll do gin.
Your reaction to vodka is like mine took 12.
Like I've got some vodka, oddly enough. I've got the Sidemen's vodka.
You've got the AU as well.
Yeah, I've got the Coronation bottle.
Yeah, you've got
his.
family's AU in there.
Yeah, but that's just syrup. It's not even vodka. It's a spirit drink because it's mostly liqueur.
Oh yeah, true, that one.
Yeah, it's not really vodka. How do you spell that? Ledaig.
Lima Echo Delta Alpha India Golf, but you pronounce it.
Actually,
find where it says it on the bottle.
It's actually spelled L for
You pronounce it Lima Echo Tango Charlie Hotel India Charlie Kilo.
It's actually spelled L for Ledaig, E for Ideg, D for Daig, A for Iag, and IG Ig, and G for G.
Thank you for your face.
You're welcome. Smelly cat, smelly cat.
What are they feeding you?
I was swelling a bit too aggressively. Okay. Right, well, water it is. So the last one on the list, Mr. Bay of Dave, is yours. Before we get to the actual
Forget the last
Illa.
one on the list.
Illa.
The actual last one on the list.
We're going to come back here. Hi, everyone. The last one on the list of the 6 non-Islay peated whiskies is a Welsh entry. Now, we love our Penderyn.
And there were 2 options for this because Penderyn do a peated and they also do a limited release which is called Celt,
Now,
which is also peated.
we have had the peated at his house before, his flat before.
Meg was confused.
I was very confused because Penderyn is smooth. This was like slap. It was smooth, but not as smooth, and it threw me because I was tasting those on the side.
I know, I will read them.
Do I even need the bloody image? We'll get to those later, actually.
There's significant tasting notes.
No, it is. Oh, we got some.
To be fair, only one of the paragraphs is in English. The rest is in Welsh.
It's 4 D's and 2 L's,
Yeah.
according to Rod Gilbert.
Oh, so that's an N then.
Yeah. Glad I'm not dyslexic. You'll feel that way if you read the Welsh language.
Well, that looks French, to be fair.
Yeah, it is. They've done 2 other languages there.
We've got English, French, and Welsh.
Let's have a look at that again.
It is English, French, Welsh. Why it's French, God knows.
Fam, that is not Welsh. That's Wicked. That's German.
Actually, no, that is German. Yeah, it's not
That's
L's.
German.
I just assumed it'd be Welsh because
I mean, it makes.
it's
I mean,
Welsh.
the Welsh don't speak Welsh.
Yeah, it's definitely not there.
They don't speak their own bloody language. They're even like, what the fuck's this still doing? Why people come around asking for that bloody long
Mild
word?
aroma of something. Impressions von Frühen something early morning dew.
He's actually having a crack at this.
I'm translating the German for you.
It all actually says. It just says, "Oh, hail the Führer."
Warm toast and orange. I'm literally translating the German. I'll have you know.
To German or from German?
From German to English.
Okay, you said 2.
Warm toast and orange marmalade. Friendly and clear whiskey.
He talks too much. There's not
moment
enough
on
whiskey in
the
my
tongue.
glass. I need more whiskey. Can you put some more whiskey in my glass now, please? I'm getting kind of sick of being parched. I'm very thirsty, and it's quite frustrating at this
A
point that I
light
don't have
and
whiskey in my
fruity
glass.
aroma.
I might cry. I might actually literally cry on stream because there's no whiskey in my
Slightly
glass,
bitter,
and I'm actually
with a
triggered.
lingering
Can you all do jazz
fresh
hands to make me
fruit
feel better
flavour.
about myself? I'm actually going to cry.
I vaguely translated the German for you.
I don't speak loser.
No, this is true.
2 World Wars and 1 World Cup.
Doodah.
Doodah.
Milner Roman von
Oi!
Torfrau, Impression von Frühen Morgenstunden.
I can't.
And eine
I'm hearing
Fleischige Guste mit
white flags
Torte und
everywhere.
Orangenmarmelade.
White flags everywhere.
Eine
Deutschland,
frische
Deutschland,
und klare
überall.
Whisky, der vom ersten Moment an Vergnügen bereit.
Yeah, Sam.
am
That's a dry throat. That's a.
Geschellen
I'm
sich
parched.
dann Rusch-
Literally thirsty because I haven't been. I haven't had a drink in like a whole 2 minutes.
So medical aroma.
Babushka?
Medizinsch. aroma.
Fuck is that?
Medical aroma.
Shut the fuck up and give me whiskey.
In Nachlang
Okay, while you're reading that.
Bitterkeit.
While you're reading that, I'm taking the fucking bottle. All right.
Die eine lange halterden frische Weit.
Yeah, you talk too much.
So, mild aromas of peat smoke, early morning at a rocky seaside, and warm marmalade on toast all compete for our attention. A very fresh and clean whiskey, beautifully distilled, gives pleasure from the very first sip.
Oh shit! I may have poured too much in yours.
Yes.
All right.
In the mouth, it begins with great sweetness before smoky, slightly medicinal flavours. Oh, I've been bottled. It's been inserted.
He talks too much. All right.
Slight bitterness follows. That
You know I've got them on the
lingering
bloody
fresh taste in
screen,
the
you
mouth.
philistine.
Yes, but I'm
See?
reading the English and
I
the
got
German
it. It's
for
from the
you.
Penderyn website. You bitch.
But I'm reading the English and the German for you.
No one in the chat cares about the German, all right? Even the Germans don't care about the
Gempi,
German.
if you're here, please defend me.
Yeah, but it's like 12 people watching. If she's one, she's outnumbered. And especially doubly outnumbered because Germans are only half people.
True, and I have no sense of humour.
That's true because a number of people left my server that are
Apart from
Germans.
Sebastian Vettel.
They literally can't take a joke. Half of them couldn't. They left the server.
This is true. So,
Oh, it's Penderyn,
peat
man.
smoke, marmalade,
I just want to say,
medicinal flavour,
Before you-
bitterness, and freshness.
before you continue, as has been rightly pointed out, you continually reading while I'm parched is well and truly. You bitch.
He has the whiskey in the glass.
It's a double, but no,
Also,
absolutely don't.
Leona, you normally find it very the S word when I speak foreign languages.
Oh, hiya. What? 2 World Wars and 1 World Cup. Hang on. Doodah. Damn right. No, absolutely not. Coffee.com, everyone, /Omega, the real Omega 9873. Help me fill my alcoholism.
Yes, please do, because these streams depend on us buying whiskey. So any help you can give does help us actually buy whiskey.
Which, by the way, legitimately, I think if it was another £20, I'd actually go to Tesco tomorrow on my push bike, even if Dave didn't want to go, just to buy the one Glenmorangie with the bloody
Well,
pourer.
as Dave is being left here tomorrow, it sounds like we could go.
Let's go. So, I've never had Kelt. You have.
Have indeed.
What can you tell me from your experience of having Kelt? Because, to be fair, take the bottle, if you don't mind, can you take the bottle out a second? I didn't really humour this, because I should have.
It's very long.
It's a ridiculous. By the way, that's something I had a problem with. The bottle was too long when you've had a few drinks. We've had about 6 shots already, but that bottle is quite empty.
Yeah, so bear in mind that this is the first time Meg has had any of this bottle. There's about a third left in the bottle.
I did, however, pour 2 doubles.
Yes, I have noticed that.
That was accidental on purpose. It's Penderyn, man.
Yeah.
It's Penderyn. Right? When Meg's...
McFlulido. Tutti la fruit. Je m'appelle Claude.
Do
Je m'appelle please.
do chips. Spanish, sorry, wrong one. That is, you have had your... I mean, to be fair,
I have enjoyed this whiskey.
if that was gone, your parents would complain less. There's so much whiskey in your cabinet. But then this one's one you want to replace, isn't it?
Yeah, there
Non-chill filters as well.
is only about a third of this whiskey left.
But you'll buy another.
And yes, I will buy another.
It is on, by the way,
A,
just the
Penderyn,
thing.
and B,
If you are
Penderyn.
interested in supporting my channel or me, I do have an Amazon wish list that the owner could possibly get. Penderyn Kelt is the only one of the Legends series, isn't it?
Yes.
That I don't have. But I've never had it, so we can now find out. I've never had Myth either,
Yeah, so
but
this is the thing. Meg does... In August, late August, please do join us. We will be doing a Penderyn exclusive stream Because I have like 7.
On
and we'll be working
August
through...
the 25th.
Are we
That's
sure
the
about
Friday, isn't it?
that? Yes.
So it's the Friday then. We could do it on the Thursday. But Friday
Gig.
be... No, 23rd.
Wednesday.
Yeah, so 24th is the Thursday.
Yeah, gig.
Is that the... Oh, is
Yes.
it?
The gig is... This is the problem we had. The gig is in the middle of the week.
So wait, is it on a Thursday or Friday? When's the gig?
The gig is the Thursday. You're coming on the Wednesday.
Am I?
The boat trip is the Saturday.
I'm getting really bloody confused here.
Yeah.
I thought it was coming up on the 23rd.
Yeah, you are.
I thought the gig was 23rd.
Oh,
for fuck's sake.
You're coming up on the Wednesday. The gig is the Thursday. We're doing nothing. I'm at work on the Friday.
I'm going to drink my whiskey now because this is too much talking and I'm parched. Cheers.
But yes, late August, there will be a Penderyn-specific stream where we'll go through all of my Penderyns.
And there was a chance we're going to take a nap on a 2-seater and we're both going to wake up and go, oh, it's a great nap.
This is true.
It's just when we find out who the big spoon is, it's definitely going to be me. Anyway, it says on the palate, mild aromas of peat smoke, early morning at the rock seaside, and warm marmalade on toast will all compete for our attention. Okay. No. Palate. It begins with great sweetness before the smoky, slightly medicinal flavours descend. That sounds a bit sexual.
Very clinical. Yeah.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Definitely Pete.
There's definitely Pete, but that's
Pete, come back. You're here. You're in the last.
The thing with this one is, that's insane. The bitterness on the finish. I've got that. But it's not bad bitterness.
Really small text.
I can't improve on it, I'm afraid.
Freshness. Yeah.
Lingering freshness in the mouth. There's definitely something there. It reminds me of like just after a thunderstorm freshness. Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that freshness
That,
that
like,
sends you the cheapest
yeah.
whiskey on payday
Broken-
because I'm
broken
poor,
air.
but I like the entertainment. No, absolutely not. Any support you send is greatly appreciated. Time check, 2 hours.
Don't feel you have to send him whiskey. There is water on the list. You
And
could literally
treats.
You can send him literally nothing.
Oh,
it is
don't.
on there. It is there. You
Oh.
can send him literally nothing.
Please send me whiskey. They're going into a box called My Retirement when I get yeast off YouTube Fund. So when I
thought
leave...
that was my inheritance.
I mean the 5 bottles on my table in my office. Yeah, that's your inheritance.
Oh, no, my will. Sorry, I thought that was your retirement.
I will break those bottles before I die, just so you don't get them.
But we all know I'm going first.
It's gonna be closer at this point, isn't it? If I fall off my roof, it'll be a lot closer.
This is true.
If I fall off that roof, you're gonna be like, your first thing you're gonna say,
Are you dead? No. Shit.
Meg, sister, get me some boxes. I need to get this whiskey in the car.
quick, escaparoo. You don't need a box. You just run up here and grab those 3.
Yeah.
You
Just
just
go in a bag for the best ones in your cabin.
just the Game of Thrones ones, the Talisker,
Game of Thrones, Talisker, the Pinwinny.
yeah, the extra coronation one because you can open that,
true.
can't you?
Yes, this is true.
And the
Not how they
leche.
have to drink it with, but you know.
You take the glasses. Thank you for the time check, by the way. We're doing good. And yes, please take of yourself first. Honestly, we would never be so arrogant as to say, we demand your support. Of course not. As dumb as it would be, we like to be dickheads, of course. But in reality, no, I would never want you to put yourself out. Now, to go back to the Penderyn, just to be on that, this, for me, because I've never had it, is insanely smooth.
Yeah.
This is where it's Penderyn.
You can almost tell it's a Penderyn just by the fact that it goes down. So it's nice.
It goes down so easily, though. This is Penderyn.
Yeah.
The thing is, though, this throws me because now I really don't understand the one that's called Peated. Because that wasn't smooth.
No.
Well, it is smooth, but it's not... I don't get it.
So Penderyn Peated is a peated whiskey. Penderyn Celt is a peated Penderyn.
So, is that then... Oh, sorry.
Oh, yawn too.
Yeah. Is that finished in a peated cask? It doesn't say on the website, because I had to get the tasting notes for this, by the way, off the Penderyn website, because no other site had the tasting notes. Send me the one he licked so he can't have it. Which one did... What, one I licked or Dave? Do you want Dave's licking? Because Dave can lick you if you want. Oddly enough, there's a chance that you could get licked by
Penderyn
Dave.
Kelp is a peated whiskey, which stems from the maturation of a light and fruity Penderyn spirit in the finest Kentucky ex-bourbon
He's
barrels.
talking too much. I'm getting parched again. I
first,
might actually get a
then
bit too
in
thirsty. I might
richly
hurt
peated
myself. I'm
Islay
going to start
water
slapping myself
casks.
until he actually lets me drink.
Hang on. This is ex-bourbon and an Islay quarter cask.
Went up my nose. It splashed the bullet round.
So it's it's something like a Lafroy quarter cask barrel that this is matured in.
That was horrible. All right.
So it's not a... So like the Old Pulteney and the Lechic,
Yeah.
it is a whiskey that is finished in a peated cask rather
You
than a
can,
peated
to be
whiskey.
fair, you can tell it's not a peated whiskey. To be fair, the Haven's not peated either. It's finished. It's definitely finished in something
Yeah.
peated. The Alta Barney.
I think we've got 2 peated whiskies and 4 peat finish whiskies.
Yeah, I'm inclined to agree with that because Alta Barney we know is.
Yeah.
Gunter definitely is.
Oh yeah.
Haven is. Yeah, the finish. It's definitely a finish thing.
Yeah.
Now I don't mind that because actually that distinction is very important for you to now know. Kendrick. Oh my god.
Ooh, Kendall.
Absolutely not. Can we have sex?
We will do you.
We don't need to. We will fuck you.
I feel like we should do a Kendall mint liqueur stream. It will
Just-
last about
okay.
10 minutes.
For no, no, absolutely not. Let us now regale you with a story. It was at some point in 2021. I can't remember the exact date.
There's something.
Yep, 2021. Dave and I
Fifth,
did
sixth, seventh, it was not long after my birthday, wasn't it?
It was late August.
Wasn't it like 2 days after my birthday when we did all the drinking and then we went...
We
on
did
the bus?
an Omegon Plays truck stream, and
Oh yes.
we, oh lad, we drank half a bottle of Hague Club Orange, a 20 cl bottle of Talisker 10, which is
Yes.
3 sample 5 cls of Johnny Walker Tale of Fire, Song of Fire, Song of Ice, and White Walker. We then had Bunnahabhain half
Yes.
bottle, and I think we had some Jamesons as well.
And we had some Hague Club Orange. We finished the Hague
Half
Club
bottle.
Orange.
We had half
yes.
bottle of that. We started with that
Um,
because when I pulled out
I had
we'd had
Jameson's 18.
yeah. So no, that was I got that at Christmas. We had some standard Jamesons.
Oh,
yeah.
Jameson's.
So
yes.
right,
And
what
we had
happened?
something else.
Well, what happened was we started with half the bottle of Hague Club Orange, and the reason we're doing that
Jameson's Orange, I didn't like it, so we moved on.
that was another stream. That was
We
another
had
time.
that same night.
No, because we got it because we liked the Hague Club Orange.
Ah,
Right, anyway, half a bottle of Hague Club Orange, 20 cl bottle of Talisker 10. We then did Bunnahabhain 12, half bottle, birthday whiskey, and we had Jameson's. By the end of it, and there's samples of the Johnny Walkers from the limited editions, which, by the way, getting the samples now, impossible.
yeah.
Wow. We were royally,
Excellent.
absolute. Hey, Tripslip, how you doing, buddy? Only if you ask nicely. Hey, baby. I'll shag you for free. We went to my sister's wedding. Now, on the whiskey stream, on that drunk driving stream, we said next day we'll be probably just drinking coffee. Lunch, might have a little splash of whiskey in the coffee. By dinner, just drinking whiskey. Now, we were so hungover, Dave slept for most of the journey. I was
is
watching
true.
Scrubs. All right.
We started watching Scrubs.
We
I fell
bought
asleep.
plushes,
I slept
you
for
know.
like 4 hours.
Yeah, I was awake the whole time. I was the only one, by the way. Dad even pointed it out. He's like, you're the only person who was awake the whole time. And I'm like, yeah, because I
In
can't
fact, we
sleep.
did leave at like 5:30 in the morning.
No, 6:30 because he was late.
Bear in mind, we went to bed at like 3 in the morning.
Oh, mate, I was still buzzed. I was like getting up and I'm like, oh.
I think, didn't I sit down outside at one point?
You did. And then I came downstairs with all these bottles in my arms, like, Dave, can you open the bin, please, buddy? And then clink. All these empty
Your
bottles.
niece had to help me up.
Yeah, but we the thing is when we got to the bar when we got to the castle when my sister got married, Auckland Castle,
Yeah.
barely in Scotland according to Detailed Feature.
About
They
an hour into Scotland.
behind we had some haggis burgers or sausage,
There
whatever.
was, yeah, it's like we had like a
Haggis
barbecue,
sausages.
haggis and barbecue type
Haggis
thing.
sausages and burgers were
It
great.
was like 4 in the afternoon.
Yeah, we
had
ate
a side, I think we both had a
record
side.
leg, yeah. But then later in the evening, somebody noticed a green liquid. What was it, David?
So this particular green liquid was something called Kendall Mint Liqueur, and
It was brought to us, wasn't it?
It was requested as to what is that?
Why didn't my dad's partner bring it to us? It might have been her, because she sounds like...
she gave it to you. No, yeah, she gave it to you.
Yeah.
And then you were like, "Oh, David, come to the bar, have this."
Yeah.
I had that, and then we were like, someone added alcohol to liquefied after eights.
And
I'm in.
We love after eights, by the way. No lie, when he was last here, I gave him 2 boxes that were reduced. But we had by the time the wedding was over and the night, the best man, also called Dave, tried to get me drunk on Kendallwin, and I was like, "Bitch!"
No, he tried to get both of us drunk,
and we're both
his problem.
I mean, I'll be
He
honest.
split the bottle between the both of us.
I'll be honest. I thought it was hilarious because, that's never going to happen. Second, we were paralytic on the first night. We were up to like 2, 3 in the the night before even.
We were up to like 2, 3 in the morning. We then managed to somehow pump up an airbed.
Yeah, and then the next day,
2 hours and get on a minibus.
The next day, we found out our hotel rooms were the only ones separate from everyone else because obviously we can't be trusted. And then we carried on drinking in the bottle like 2, 3 in the morning with my dad and his partner, and we drank Kendallwin liqueur, and we love it. He has a bottle.
Yeah, you say a bottle. I've drunk the bottle. I had a half bottle. And I have like 1 measure left.
We'll stream until we finish. Basically, absolutely not. The point is, after that, we finished the bottle at the bar, and Dave managed to get the bottle, and we brought it home.
We literally drank the bar out of a bottle of Kendallwin.
But the thing is, we managed to steal the bottle. I then filled the bottle back up and gave it to the groom because I thought it was a nice, touching thing to keep from the wedding. Because that drink is liquid sex. We even put it in hot chocolates.
Yes, it literally. So, if any of you have eaten an after 8 mint, imagine that, but you're drinking it, and after about 8 shots of it, you suddenly go, "I can't stand up straight anymore."
Yeah.
Except for us, it was about 20 shots.
Kendallwin cake. I've never had the cake, but the drink is god tier. I'd love to have the cake though.
The cake is very dry.
I'd eat it. I don't give a shit. It's cake. I have a sweet tooth, don't I? Like, bag of swag here, fam.
Yeah. You need some of the liqueur to help you lubricate the cake.
I would actually do that. I'd be like, one for you. Oh, we could do that. If you have, honestly, if you've actually, a friend's wedding next year wondering what's best to stash in a flask, Kendallwin liqueur. If you have access to it.
What's best to stash in a flask?
I'd go with
what you drink.
If you drink whiskey, Talisker. Because oddly enough, I did put Talisker in a hip flask and bring it to the wedding. It never got touched.
No, you didn't bring it to the wedding. We drank it before it got there.
No, I put it in a tiny hip flask, didn't I? Because remember when you came down next time? In the little tiny flask?
Yes, the very, very
little small one. I put it in my bag and I forgot, and I was like, "Oh, David."
Tenjaku.
Yeah. No.
Like that.
Took to the wedding. Sassenach.
Yeah.
And there was another one you
I
had.
took Sassenach and Tenjaku.
I brought I brought Johnny Walker Black and Pogues.
No, Coach Bill was when we went to Wales.
Yeah.
For the,
Rammstein. That was awesome. But I brought Johnny Walker Black and Pogues. But the thing is, we drank so much at the bar.
Yeah.
By the way, we both brought whiskey because we're like, not an open bar.
Bear in mind, we both went, we're not going to drink because it's not an open bar.
I spent about £100 at the bar. I spent about 100, maybe 150 on my credit card, and I was like, well, shit.
I think between us we bought a bottle of Kendallwin liqueur and Man of Swords.
Oh, mate, the Man of Swords, though. The Annandale Man of Swords whiskey, 60%, 65%.
If you've never been punched in the face, or if you have been punched in the face, you already know what it's like to drink this whiskey. If you've never been punched in the face, get someone to punch you in the face, and then you'll know what we experienced drinking this whiskey.
I don't want to hear crap about me typing sex email with how are you talking about that. That's fair. That's fair, Leona. That's fair. But yeah, Annandale, Annandale, Man o' Swords, which we thought was Man o' Words, but the S is actually embossed on the other colour, so it sort of disappears. Like O.J. Simpson's book, If I Did It, which the F is missing. It just says, I did it. The murder thing, if I did it. It's very clever. But yeah, it's absolutely fantastic. It's very strong. For my brother-in-law, after the wedding, I bought myself a double. He had a double. And I decided to pour my double into his double and then send him away with a quad of Man of Swords.
Oh, yes, you did.
And I was like, and then he starts drinking it, and I'm like, the thing is, what makes it funnier is he gets done off like a single. Like, not even a joke.
I was going to say, we could give him a single of the most basic bish whiskey and he's done.
I gave him a Glenfiddich 12 and he thought it was great. Even my dad thinks that
like
too.
Your dad, yeah.
Your dad too, actually. He likes Glenfiddich.
He does like Glenfiddich, but he has moved into better whiskey.
What does your dad have a collection of again? Bell, 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 bells.
Yes, but he doesn't have a collection for the whiskey.
Of course, no one does.
He has a collection for what they're in.
The only people who have collections of bells are pubs.
The porcelain decanters.
They're on that. I will admit, I would be tempted to have one in my cabinet one day. I'd steal it off your dad first, though. Getting drunk at weddings is so funny.
He's in his 70s.
I would
He's probably got 10 to 15 years left.
20 at least. I would agree getting drunk at weddings is funny. Thing is, we drank a lot and we didn't. We
Yeah.
drank more before.
The best man was intent to get, like, I think for every 3 rounds he bought, one of us bought one. And we were still quite sober.
We did do a fair amount, though, then.
Although I did try and get involved in the dance.
The reason we mention the story is because we love Kendall cake, Kendall liqueur. It's beautiful. We have a great memory of it because we did a whole bottle.
Yeah.
It was just us two, pretty much.
We literally consumed a bottle.
I remember I did buy a shot for brother-in-law.
Your dad and his partner had a shot each.
Brother-in-law had one. Because I bought him the shot.
The best man didn't actually have any. No,
He's
he
more-
had one. He had one of them.
Yeah, he's more of a beer guy.
Yeah.
We had a few
He had one
record.
that went, no, I don't like this, and went back to beer.
We went through whiskey. We did look at was it Midori?
Midori, yeah.
But I was like, nah. All right,
But we also drank our own whiskey as well.
back to the Penderyn Celt though.
Yes.
Long story. Sorry, folks. We're like 2 hours 11 here, folks.
I thought I was anything bad to do.
It's a very sweet Penderyn Celt whiskey. It's very, very sweet. I think it's very nice.
I'm disappointed your dad hasn't joined us in the chat.
Oh yeah, earlier today my dad came over when we were sorting out the thumbnail image you saw. In fact, not only the thumbnail, but also the image on the screen there. And he actually made a suggestion on the thumbnail image is actually his idea to use a picture frame to hold the back images so I could Photoshop it. And I was like, that's actually really clever, you bloody bodge king. But yes, my dad's... well, he did say he might. He's a busy boy these days, so it's quite all right. What's better, pissed at the ceremony or the reception? Yes.
I mean, based on the fact there's an owl involved in the ceremony.
And loud children.
Ceremony,
No.
yes.
The bird was called Pitter. Code word, which is an acronym for pain in the arse.
Yeah. This is how well trained the owl was.
The owl was literally called pain in the arse.
Yeah.
I didn't realise it was also called bingo.
But we did get to play with some very swanky Scottish
Oh, the
swords.
claymores.
Yes. We did
Oh,
get
that
to
was
play with the
cringe,
claymores.
man. That video, I've still got my freaking...
It was cringe, but it was also awesome.
It was your idea, wasn't it?
Yes.
If it's cringe, it's your idea. I already know it.
So Meg and I basically... The castle had some claymores, which
I wanted to
are
steal one.
Scottish swords, not the anti-personnel mines.
I'd rather the anti-personal than mine.
They decided that it would be a good idea at a wedding party to let people play with one of the claymores.
Worse
decided-
the two alcoholics.
I decided to ask them, have you got more than one of these? To which they replied, yes.
They're four.
And I said, could we borrow another one? They're like, what do you want to do with it? And we're like, we want to make an archway. They're like,
Oh.
yeah, fine. Let's go for it. So basically, Meg and I are at the front of the wedding procession, forming an archway with claymores, and we lift them up as the bagpipes and then the bride and groom, etc., follow in.
Cringe!
It was cringe, but also awesome, because how often do you get to make an arch with claymores?
Okay, it was cringe. I hated every single moment of
It was a wedding. You were going to hate every single moment of it anyway.
True.
I made it so that you could play with a sword.
I still hated it. All right, let's carry on drinking Penderyn Legend because we've got to get Celt. Sorry,
gonna say,
we need to get to Lagavulin
Legend,
16.
I know it's smooth, but there's more peat in it than a
To be
legend.
fair, the Dragon series is absolutely fantastic for it. I kind of, because we're over 2 hours, I kind of want to get to the Lagavulin because I want to prove a point, just how good the gold standard of Islay peated whiskies is. Problem is, that's a big ass shot.
Yeah, you did do a lot of Penderyn.
I did us a bit
And we
dirty.
did have an extra,
Lechik.
whatever the hell it's called.
Lechik.
The checky dig.
Lechecky dig. Dig or dick?
Dig.
Lechecky
The
dig.
checky dig.
Look, chicks can have dicks, man. Don't be judgy, all right? By the way, for the sake of it, neither of us were drunk at the ceremony because I was too busy like trying to fit in my suit. and I wasn't at the reception because I was in my suit, being given extra food that other people wouldn't eat. I literally didn't. By the way, when somebody didn't want to eat the pudding, they were like, "Oh, Meg will eat it." I'm like,
Yeah.
"Wait, what?" I mean, I'll eat it, but
I'm pretty sure someone from another table brought you a pudding at one point.
yeah, I'm like, but I mean, I like my food, but I also like fitting in clothes. I'm very health conscious. Okay, I'm gonna do something really dumb.
You're gonna swag power Pandaren.
I am because I need to know. I have to know. Also, I want Lagavulin 16. I haven't had it in like a decade.
I mean, I feel
Also, I
like
want to hear the
you're
clip.
right,
I want to hear the clip. You up for it? Come on.
No.
2 hours, 11 minutes, 15 minutes, man. We've been nearly 2.5 hours at this. By the way, to those who have stuck around this long, ducky tie is the best
Ooh,
tie.
Ducky tie, yeah.
Both of us, for those who don't know, at the wedding, myself and Dave both wore, and I'm looking at pictures right now,
Yes.
we're both wearing ducky ties because our periods are in sync.
Oh no.
Burp, burp. It's whiskey
I
burps.
have to open the tap.
What?
I have to open the tap.
You're a swag fan. So, on the finish, slight bitterness,
Ooh.
yep. Long, very lingering, yep.
Ow.
Fresh, yep. Very sweet, smoky. I don't think it says peated on the shot.
No.
It's not as pronounced on. I think as far if you're going with peated, this is probably one of the. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm open the tap.
Okay. That's a rather unique code phrase. I didn't know what he meant until he just literally left the room to go to the toilet. Very well. Well, water it is. Right, water in there, water in there. Pandaren, which one? Celt is very nice. The thing with Pandaren is it's smooth no matter how you drink it. No matter what it is, it's always smooth. And that is something very distinctive. A lot of people give boto with actual ducks. Oh, no, an actual tie with rubber duckies all over it. Yeah. A tie with rubber duckies all over the design. It's blue and yellow, basically, from How I Met Your Mother, Barney Stinson's ducky tie. Google that. You'll love it. Pandaren is always smooth. It is always very welcoming. It is always very insanely... And a lot of people criticise Pandaren for this because they think it takes away from the complexity of the flavour. I disagree. I think that it, if anything, shows a level of consistency they've been able to master for years. And don't forget here, their staple whiskies are the Madeira. And the Madeira cask finish is just bonkers. I love the bottle design, by the way. It's very modern, very contemporary in design. The newer one anyway. The Welsh Dragon series is very wine bottle shaped. I don't really care for that. I like new innovative designs because then it leads people to be less inclined to use decanters, says the guy with a decanter that matches his glasses. And it's just, I think that's very important. It makes it very... It's very swag, yeah, absolutely. Water's in your glass, by the way. I would say, as far as like peated whiskies go, though.
Wait, is the owner concerned about me? Oh dear.
No. We're talking about the.
But he okay?
Yeah, but no question mark.
Ah.
But anyway, yeah, the Pandaren Celt. I keep saying myth. I'm sorry.
We haven't tried that yet.
No, we haven't.
That is new. It's interesting.
It might
Maybe.
FFS. But yes, it's very nice, and as is every Pandaren so far, that consistency with smoothness to be as in every form makes it remarkable as a whiskey. The flavours are on point, quite frankly, and I love that. But we now have to move. Okay, actually, no, before we do that, I don't think the peat is as pronounced on it though. I think peated wise, it has to go near the bottom.
Yeah.
So I'd say it has. I think it's a C.
The peated is more peated. I just had that, that's why I went for Celt. But
Yeah, but Celt, it's the Celt we're measuring. If we did the peated one, it'd be up with the Glenturret, quite frankly, because that is peated.
But it's also not. It doesn't feel like a Pandaren.
No, it doesn't. But it is still smooth, but in a very different way. I think it's not as refined. But Celt, I think, if we're grading it, I think what we should do, just so he and I can work this out, is now order them according to grade.
So yeah, we've drunk all of the 6 non-Islay peated whiskies.
Yeah.
So,
And so in order, you have Altabani, Glentarret, Heven, Spirit of, Letchik, Old Pulteney Hudat, and Penderyn Celt. I think Glentarret goes right at the end, at the top.
okay.
And I think Letchik goes next.
This is not very looking.
I think the Penderyn goes nearer the bottom, annoyingly. But I think Pulteney goes next to it. I think Heven and Altabani go there. Yeah, I think... So the order, I think, is... Yeah, I think that's the order. I think from bottom to top. I think Pulteney has more peat to it, so it has to be rated higher than Penderyn, even though Penderyn is smoother. I think Penderyn Celt goes last, but it's still awesome, by the way. Then Old Pulteney Hudat, Spirit of Then, Altabani, Letchik, and Glentarret. What does Dave think? Or should we add Johnny Walker Got Black for the swerve?
I mean, I agree with number 1,
Yep.
Turret.
Yep.
I agree with number 2, the check.
Yep.
The check.
We rated Altabani has to be pushed up because I think Heven has to be lower, just because of the quality of the
I agree
peat.
with those two being in the order they are.
You think they should be lower? I think the Pulteney has the peaty part.
See, for me, I think.
Oh, you only make one change. Okay,
Yeah.
so Dave's change is he replaces Old Pulteney and Penderyn.
Particularly keen on the old Pulteney.
Yeah, but this is where we have to be. I'm not. I kind of know what your issue is, and I got it until I shot it, and then I realized the problem wasn't there. The peat was more pronounced. I felt in the Pulteney than it was in the Penderyn. But I do agree with you that Penderyn Celt is. I suppose if we do this based on drinkability, the list is completely different anyway.
Well, yeah, I mean, the drinkability, the Penderyn's up here. And,
Right now, well, I'll be honest. At that point, Penderyn and Letchik are number 1 and 2.
Yeah.
I mean, let's do that. We'll do this as well for a laugh. Before we get to the
So let me. I'll take photos and we'll put them in the Discord server later.
if you're on my Discord server, the galley will have some photos later.
So
the first
photo number 1 will be Meg's order.
Yeah.
Right. That?
Yep. The second will be Dave's order, but then the third will be a picture of drinkability.
So the first 2 are based on peated.
Yeah. We only do it differently because I think this is where it's interesting because what's your holy grail whiskey? Oh, David, don't do that yet. What is your holy grail whiskey?
Well, it's not any of these.
No.
Which one are you going with?
Johnny Walker Gold Centenary Edition.
So, just to add to some controversy, I'm going with
Glenfiddich 12.
Gold Centenary Edition.
He's just like Glenfiddich 12. He really was. No, Johnny Walker Gold Centenary because for me it started my adventures into whiskey. I bought it with my very first payment with my work for Novo. I remember when I bought it, you and we had the sample. Because didn't I get the sample or did you get it? I think it was me, wasn't it? Because we talked about it.
I think you got the sample, I got a bottle.
Yeah, because I bought a bottle as well because I
Yeah.
got my first payment, didn't I? And then you came to mine and I was like, Dave, look what I got. And you're like, Meg, we're drinking that. And I've still got my bottle, by the way. It's only got enough left for 2 glasses. So now we're going to do it based...
my drinkability.
I would make one change. I'm going to... Right. Okay.
Because something about that I didn't like.
No, I get you. I actually agree with you on that part because I think there's a negative to the flavour. I still like it though. But I'm going to make one change to the drinking part. Letchik Penderyn. I think the Letchik is a better drinker overall than any of the others. Penderyn is still right up there. And so, just the thing here. The thing with it is, I can't get any more Johnny Walker Gold Centenary because they don't make it anymore. And people don't rate it. And I'm like, you're dickheads. You're liars. You're Philistines. You're uncultured swines. Get better. Get good, scrub. You suck eggs. Time to drink more water. Anyway, right. So we're now on to the final drink. I'm going to come back here. Of those 6 bottles, there is one bottle that will trounce all the others because it has an advantage. 16 years of perfection because it is an Islay. Islay whiskies are in that region especially typically peated. There are some that are not. Bunnahabhain is probably my favourite, solely because the sherry cask and our good memories. The Sturada is fantastic. The Tokakagar is brilliant. I've had a sample of the 18. It's quite sublime actually. But generally speaking, Islay is where peated whiskies come from. So you have, for example, Lafroig, and we have a great relationship with Lafroig. Lafroig Select was our steak whiskey. I've got a bottle of the 10. Dave has the quart cask. They're always in our cabinet. There's always a Lafroig, isn't there?
Yeah.
There's never always a Lafroig in mine. Lagavulin in mine, because I can't afford it. Well, I can, but I can't. Well, no, I could, but I don't want to waste that money right now. I want to buy the Glenmorangie with the giraffe pourer. No. Even though I've got 2 bottles already. The point is, I've already done the water. You literally have been drinking it as well. Not even joking, you've been drinking water.
Okay.
I poured it when you went to the toilet. You had a single shot in there. Dave may not have realised he's been drinking water. Apparently the gin experiment from years ago on my housemate has worked on him. Boyne Fwip. So, would Dave like to introduce the final whiskey in our stream today?
Dave would. Dave just needs to make the technology work.
Okay, well, while you work that out, I will say this whiskey is a coup de grace, but Dave has something he wants to play first.
Some Lagavulin. 16-year-old Islay single malt.
I know Lagavulin.
Dave has been holding on to that clip because we like West Wing. And Lord John Marbury, the Earl of Croy,
Rest his soul.
of course, rest in peace, F in the chat, Earl of Croy and all the other Marquis of something Croydon, I don't know.
Baronet of Bricey and...
And I don't know,
His Majesty's Ambassador to the United
Canvas
States.
Sands and Winchester Sands or Exeter, I don't know. He's got all these titles, all right? But
play it
in
again, just in case.
play it again. Turn your volume up this time, there,
I was looking for some Lagavulin. It's a 16-year-old Islay single malt.
I know Lagavulin.
We are quite fond of Lagavulin. I have had, I don't know if I got it before you, the 20cl.
Yes, you did.
Before I left Norwich, I bought myself a 20cl bottle of Lagavulin from the whiskey shop. I kept that for years. I really wish I kept it because I think I'm a bit of an idiot putting it in a vinegar bottle. Such an idiot. But I
They
think
were cool bottles, though.
they were, but at the
It
same
was
time,
having 2 of them above each other.
they were cool. But at the
Yeah.
same time, it was just me, and I went off whiskey because I was unemployed. I had nothing going on. I had nothing to be happy about. But Dave has a full bottle, nearly, mostly.
Well, was a full bottle.
It's mostly. How much I have to check that. Very true. Anyway, we like Lagavulin not just because of West Wing, but because Lagavulin.
Yeah, explosive.
That's because you can't afford to replace it.
True.
Lagavulin 16 is very expensive. It's like nearly £100 in some places.
Yeah, I bought this for £44.
I paid 30 for the 20cl, believe it or not. Because it's
now
whiskey shop
80
markup
90.
price.
Yeah.
Markup price and all that. But the point is, Lagavulin 16 is the absolute gold standard for what an Islay is. And to us, it is. But I haven't had a glass in over 10 years. The bottle is classic. These days, I'd rather buy, if I'm going to buy an Islay, I'd buy Lafroig because it's cheaper. Or I'd probably lean towards Kalila even though I don't have one.
No,
You
I
do.
do, and it is good.
It is. Apparently.
Yeah.
Anyway, David, pop that cork. Oh, hiya.
Oh,
That was a good. Can you do it again?
Well, I don't know. We'll see.
Oh. Pop my cork, baby. Moisten it, daddy. Oh, hiya. Oh, that just smells like an Islay. It just smells like a quintessential what an Islay is meant
That
to.
smells like something
thing
you
is-
smell coming.
Oh, thing is, this has a classic bottle design. It never
It's
looks.
very standard.
It doesn't look old. It doesn't look like ruined. It just looks classic. It's aged 16 years. Not many whiskies are naturally aged 16 years. And that 16 years makes... Oh, the colour... Oh, hello. It's on my fucking crotch, you twat. Oh, you Jebend, you've got me in the ball sack.
Meg now has a very full single.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
That's not bad.
Leona, get over it and lick it off. What? I like the cork on this.
But
It's
you
nice.
wanted a single, you got an entirely full
Fam,
single.
if I get that on my balls, she's going to be like, I'm not going to be single anymore, am I? Anyway, right,
No.
let's go here to the bar
Leona
screen.
will be very addicted.
Here we have the Lagavulin without the tasting notes, because apparently I did that again. It's fine.
Because you pro streamer.
I set all these images up and I thought I had. There you go. Tasting notes. Right there. There you go, that works, doesn't it? A Lagavulin bottle, by the way, £85.
Yeah, so I bought this for £44. This was... My boss didn't know what to get me for Christmas, so gave me 40 quid, and I went, I'm going to buy Lagavulin.
So, the nose for this, more like Lapsang Souchong tea than Lapsang Souchong. One of the smokiest noses from Islay.
Wait, what?
It's big, very, very concentrated and redolent of iodine. Wait, are we doing the iodine? Is that the bromine or iodine that gives someone an erection thing? Sweet spices, good mature sherry and creamy vanilla, stunning. What the fuck is Lapsang Souchong? Is that something off a freaking menu? Is it number 76 or
What
something?
is more Lapsang Souchong than Lapsang Souchong?
I'd like to order some Lapsang Souchong. Which number is it on the menu? Speed dial. Is it the one that says failure?
I feel like it's a tea of some form.
Oh, my life. I feel like absolute blasphemy right now. Oh, dear.
This is definitely not being monetized.
This is not going well. All right. They're not going to review this and listen to 2.5 hours of us going bullshit.
more like Lapsang Souchong tea and Lapsang Souchong. If
fuck is-
Lapsang Souchong tea isn't Lapsang Souchong, why is it called Lapsang Souchong tea?
Lapsang Souchong.
Who wrote this?
The fuck is that?
Something Chinese.
Do you
but I'm
serve it
not
with
sure.
rice? What?
Probably.
I don't know what it is.
Big, very concentrated.
Hi, IR. Hope you're well.
Iodine, sweet peat. Yeah, probably.
Fam, do I want to smell iodine? No.
I don't know if you want to, but you're probably going to.
All right. Well, I haven't had this in about 10 years, so I don't know what iodine smells like. I've done chemistry for like
Right,
12
well,
years.
Smell this, and that's iodine. Bear with us while we both get high on Lagavulin.
That's good. I felt like I was pushing my stomach out doing that. I was actually blowing out. It felt
Iodine
horrible.
and bromine, I think you've got wounds. before you
Fam,
start
I'll be honest, if I'm sniffing bromine, I'm probably going to not be able to nurse a boner afterwards. Isn't that what they put in the tea in the army back in World War One? I'll stop you getting a stiffy. Focus. Tastes like burnt tyre. Wait, what?
Ah, Diddy Goulden has joined the chat.
I smell burnt tyres earlier today at Tesco. It's. I didn't realise I was smelling Lagavulin. I should have gone, hey, can I just go get myself some Vulin and see if your car smells anything like the whiskey I'm going to have later? This is funnier if you know that earlier today we were literally about 10 feet away from a car on fire in a Tesco car park that we then had to wait about 10 minutes to get out of because we were redirected.
Oh dear. That was things you don't expect to see in Tesco. Car on fire.
But then you realise...
Things we found in Tesco. Car on fire.
Thing is, I really wish I went down the cutlery aisle before you found me. I was trying to find DVDs, and I was looking at the spoons, thinking I could do one of these right now. And then when we were in the car, I'm like, I really could do with one of those right
That's
now.
the point. We still have the ice cream.
Oh, hi.
Midnight snack.
Yeah.
Literally, it's going to be nice.
I've got to do an invoice for work though first. I need to sort that out first before we go downstairs. I don't want you to pissed.
Reason 14 why you don't buy Tesco fuel. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, so I haven't actually had Lagavulin in 10 years. I'm parched. You ready for this? You haven't had a glass in a while. I can tell
I've
from your
already
glass.
had a sip.
Okay. Well, I'm gonna have it. My lips are numb. Oh, okay. So, just can you do me a favor? Can you reorder that according to what we put as the best of each? Yeah. Can you do that? No, don't put the Lagavulin up yet. Just do it as we had originally. Yeah. I think actually it's just that, isn't it? Yeah. Right. Now, can you do me a favor and just shunt all that across slightly? Yeah. Yeah. Now put the Lagavulin next to the Glenturret. That is the definitive list because Lagavulin trumps all of them.
Yeah. I mean,
It's not even a contest.
no, I disagree. The turret put up a fight.
Oh, it puts up a fight, but it can't. You know why it doesn't compete? It's 6 years younger.
True.
It
But-
can't compete.
For a 10-year-old, it put up a good fight against a 16-year-old.
We're talking about whiskey only, so please don't demonetize us. Are you sitting together? Yes, we're both sat next to each other.
Hi.
In fact, his foot has been tickling my blister for about 10 minutes. He keeps doing it. I don't like it. It's interesting and new and effervescing, but it's just not quite my thing. Because it's 6 years younger, I think Glenturret is rightly at the second place. Letchik has no age statement. It has to be third. The others, fuck you. But 1, 2, and 3 are deserving of the medals. I think Glenturret, yeah, it puts up a fight, sure. But Lagavulin is the gold standard of an Islay.
Yeah. I think for a...
I kind of want to test Lefroy 10 against Glenturret 10, though.
Yeah. Well,
Problem is,
we
to get
could
out
do-
of my cabinet is a bitch.
I mean, if you can get it out of your cabinet, we could do Freud 10, Freud quarter cast, and Lagavulin 16 when you come to mind.
Nah, that sounds like effort. We're doing Penderyn
Along
only.
with Pandaren.
Yeah, we got Penderyn stream. We fucked off the end of that
but
one.
I'm happy with the top 3.
Yeah, I think I disagree with the last two, but only because I think I taste more peat in the Pulteney. But you know what? I'm happy.
So
I'll set it.
you'd swap those two. To
But-
be fair, for Pete, we'd swap those two.
I think I'd swap them anyway. I put Altabani slightly higher. I'm okay with that. I'll settle for that. But I still think the Pulteney has more peat than the Penderyn. Yeah, no, I'm okay with that. That's a fine comparison. I'm okay with that. I just think
I think
Penderyn.
Probably that.
Yeah, that'll work. So what Dave's done here is he's put the Pulteney and the Penderyn right behind, in front and behind each other, and the rest. The old reorder is essentially first Lagavulin, obviously. Glenturret 10 second.
Should on this.
Oh, a gap. Okay, first by a furlong is Lagavulin 16. I can't believe I said furlong. Glenturret second. Letchik third, not third, TH, not F. Fourth, Altabani. Fourth, Heaven. Fifth and sixth, or fifth, joint fifth. No, hang on, wait. First Lagavulin, second Glenturret, third Letchik, fourth Altabani, fifth Heaven, sixth, joint sixth, Old Pulteney, and you okay? You got hiccups. Sixth joint.
So it was 1 or hiccups. If it's hiccups, no. If it was 1, I'm fine.
All right. Sixth joint, Penderyn Pulteney. But the thing is, it's for two different reasons that they're joint. Pulteney has more peat, but it's not as good as the Penderyn. They drag each other down for different reasons. If that makes any sense.
Also, for this entire section of conversation to make sense, you will need to be on the Discord server.
Yeah, if you're a Discord patron, if you are a member of my channel, or a Twitch subscriber, you'll be able to get on the Discord server. I like, by the way, the Lagavulin image here. You have Lefroy 10-year-old batch 15 linked there as well, but it's a different version, batch 15. That's quite pricey.
No, absolutely not. How important is the peat flavour? It depends what you're looking for. If you're looking for peat, then very. If you're not,
Yeah.
then not at all.
And just to confirm
really
here,
depends on what you're looking for in the whiskey.
just to confirm here, Lagavulin has multiple awards, as you can see on the image. That Lefroy, by the way, is a cask strength. It's 56%. They usually don't do above 54% on their cask
No.
strengths. So that's definitely cask strength. That's probably part of the KDS series,
Yes, it could be.
which they do, which
Or
is
the
what.
Fez Isle series.
No, that's more a Vulin and Kalila thing. They don't do. They do the KDS series instead. That's what King Charles prefers. Everyone, if you don't know, by the way,
Yeah.
King Charles likes Lagavulin, likes Lafroig 15, not Lagavulin 15. Well, 15. I wouldn't say no to Lagavulin 15, but no, he prefers Lafroig 15. And how, on a scale of 1 to 10, how drunk are we? I mean, my fingers are a bit numb, but I'm all right.
4, 5?
Yeah, I'll sit around the middle. Yeah, not quite there. Let's see.
Maybe a 6 by the time we finish the Lagavulin.
Am I going to Discord re-download Discord for more lols? Yes. How important is a peat flavour? If you're doing a peated whiskey, incredibly important. It's very important if that's what you're after. And that's the point of this stream. Whiskey stream, that's what I meant to say.
You have no idea what peat is. Basically, soil.
Yes. But the thing with peated whiskey is, if you do an Islay, if we did an Islay dedicated stream, which we could do in the future, honestly, Kalila, Lafroig, Lagavulin, we're on it. No, that's Ireland. No, we can do that.
Definition, because some people class Ireland as Islay.
That's why there's only 4 to some people.
Yes.
Because Campbelltown people forget because it's pretty much just Glen Scotia and Springbank.
Oh. Yeah.
Okay, that's 4 whiskey burps, by the way. That tasted like steak.
I'm 0.
Yeah, but you're hiccuping. Shut up, you slut.
I had one hiccup. It's fine.
That one time at band camp when you fucked a flute. Point is, anyway, if you're looking for peated flavors, then we've just shown you that others can do it, sure, but the only 2 that really showed they could keep up with it were Glen Turret and Letchik, but for 2 different reasons. Glen Turret because me they give it some. For 10 years, if they did a 16, there'd be a different fight with the Lagavulin.
Matured, that would be interesting.
I mean, they do a 12, don't they?
They do a 12, yeah.
Ooh. But Letchik is something else. That's Tobermory's attempt. And the thing is, what makes Letchik so important here is that's not something dedicated done in a peated cast. No, that's finished. And yet it is leagues above. Altabani, Haven, Alpoltony, and Penderyn Kelp. But again here, that's not to say any of those whiskies are bad because we said it earlier. Altabani was brilliant to shoot. Penderyn's delicious. Haven was great all round. I know you didn't really care for the Poltony, and I kind of understood it, but I still like it. But they all have their pros and cons. And they're still good in different settings. Don't forget here, Haven, Poltony, good shot.
Yeah.
Haven, don't do it as a shot. Altabani, great shot. Penderyn, don't do a shot. Right? Glen Turret, don't do it as a shot. Lagavulin, well, I mean, Lord John Marbury did it as a shot. And I'm just saying, if
Gerald?
you're... Jeeves? I mean, can I call you John?
Oh, well, you can call me,
Lord John.
Baron of Brighty.
Marquis of Croydon or
Marcus of
Croy.
Croydon, Salisbury.
Yes.
His Majesty's ambassador to the United States.
Would you like to describe the expression on my face?
Pain?
Why, Dave?
Because you're about to do the thing that you should not do with the Lagavulin 16.
Beyond spilling it on my desk.
Okay, yes, you have just... He has
I just
spilled it on his
licked my
desk
desk.
and licked his desk, and that is essence of Tilly, because Tilly was walking there earlier.
Got cat hair in my mouth. Well, she won't walk on that tomorrow. All right. I hate... this one I actually am dreading. Because I want to do it. So, for those who don't know, on this channel, we like to do it. I like to do a YOLO swag fam, as it's been thusly dubbed, where I will shoot literally any whiskey, as long as YOLO swag fam is said first. The problem is, this is Lagavulin 16, but I want to, just to prove a point, which we'll get to. Actually, just a quick thing. On the image you'll see, you see the price of Lagavulin 16. The 8 is 56. Now, I will say, just the thing, it is not worth... The 8 is not as good as the 16.
No.
In fact, I'd argue the 8 is not as good as the Glen Turret.
No, I think the 8 sits somewhere in here.
I think it does as well, because I think it's too... I think it's too
Funny.
weak. I think it's just too weak. All right. Thanks for calling me a donut. I appreciate that. All right. Fuck it. YOLO swag fam.
Oh. Oh. No. No. Mistake!
Bad. Oh, that's not a shot.
Yeah.
That is a wake-up call.
Consumer advice, people. Don't do that.
As we're going to go back here for that, for you to fully appreciate it, of all the whiskies present, only 2 were really good shots. And I promise you, none of them were Islays.
Would you like to know how strong Lagavulin is?
I can see how strong it is. It's not.
Only 43%.
But it's the most, like... It is literally like someone's gone like this.
Third weakest.
Like It's like someone's gone clock
Yeah.
and punched you in the mouth.
It's the
Dave played
third-
dots cost wrong. I can
Yeah.
do that.
It's
I can
the
do that.
third weakest whiskey we've had tonight. And the biggest mistake.
It is absolutely that. Oh, fuck off. YouTube ads.
Oh, timing. The joy of YouTube, everyone.
Wrong.
You're wrong.
You're wrong. You're wrong.
Thank you, Percival Cox, for your rendition of You're Wrong.
Thank you, whoever became your patron, by the way. That was really kind of you. Honest to whoever deity you might not pray to, that is they shoot it in West Wing, but it is the biggest sack. I mean, I can understand why you'd want to shoot it because it wakes you up, but it is a horrible shot.
Yes.
It is not a shooting thing. Are you joined? You're the new patron. Thank you. My local used to carry 25-year-old Bushmills. I have the 12, a 10, and the 16. And the 16 is, which will be in a future stream, on port finishes, which will be an added twist because I don't drink fortified wine at all.
No.
But Dave has port. And
Dave
so
does
we
have
will.
Port. So Dave will bring in port
Yes.
along with the port whiskey.
We will do 2 of my port finishes, well, maybe 3 actually, because Quince Reuben.
Yeah.
And Dave's got.
I've got Quintrune as well.
You've
so
got Cavalan, though.
Shared, yeah.
So we'll just use mine, and you bring Cavalan. We've got 4
And the port.
and port. So he brings 2 bottles down. Well, it's not. Hang on, do we need some red as well, though? Would it not be advisable to have red as well?
Probably. We could buy red port, though.
I don't want to buy red port.
It's quite cheap.
I don't want to buy.
About eight quid.
Oh, I can buy port.
Yeah.
It's fine. Well, I'll buy some port. But we will do a port cast finish stream probably later on in the year near Christmas. When you get in, you see the rules. Oh yeah, tell us your height, please. We height shame.
We do.
I want to reorder this list now.
Well, you say height shame. We sort trebuchet ammo by height.
Of course we do. Yes, you are our new YOLO spec fan. I want you now to reorder that based on ability to shoot. Now, the list, there's 7 bottles. Immediately, I'd say 2 of them go right to the bottom and sit so far removed they cannot be shot in good conscience. I put Penderyn up there as well. Okay, so for this list to make sense, Dave's new list. Oh god, that looks like blasphemy. I mean, to be fair, the Pulteney is easy to shoot. It should go next to Penderyn, I think. Other way round. Other way round. Has to. Yeah. Fuck me. That has to be so far removed. I'd argue that has to be separated. Okay, if this makes sense. Right. The Lagavulin is so far removed that the only thing near it is Glen Turret, but there's still a gap. Next to that, but not next to it, is Haven. Next to that, but not next to it, is Letchik, which is a good shot.
It's a full photo shot.
You can't. Next to the Letchik is the Pulteney. Next to that is the Penderyn Celt. Altabani is the easiest shot. Without a doubt, the easiest. But there is one whiskey in my room that is peated-ish. That is the easiest shot of them all. Isn't it, David?
Yes, but we're not talking about that tonight.
No, we're not allowed to, because if I open that bottle, it's going to be consumed. I mean, when I put a picture of it on the server, Dave's response to it was, "That's a very fancy bottle for something that's not going to last long."
Yeah.
Not his exact words, but he said something similar.
Pretty much, yeah. Also, I don't know if it's me or but your bar sign lights
getting
seem
dimmer.
to be dim. Yeah.
Turn it off then. back of it. It's got a wooden back. I have bar lights in my my room. Yeah, I'll replace the batteries. It's watch batteries. Anyway, okay. So one last thing I'd like to ask then. Based on this is a different last list. Okay, we're going to present without showing you. Based on cost and value, where would you rate them? Of these 7 bottles, what is the greatest value for money, which goes there, and what is the worst value for money? Bear in mind here, most of those cost about £35, 30 to 35 quid. Except for one that costs nearly 100 now. And that's annoying because I couldn't shoot it. Okay, so Dave is... Oh, excuse me. He's now reordering it to put the Glenturret and the Letchik near the top again. But I do think I might make a change to your list.
I'm pretty sure.
Okay.
I'm thinking. Are we doing this on peat or drinkability?
No. Value for money,
Value for
and
money.
based on whatever factor you think should set that to to whatever standard you think it should be at. So his current, it's not finished. Sorry,
How much was Haven?
50 quid. Not very strong peat.
No, but quality whiskey.
Oh, it's definitely a quality. You're going to put Pulteney at the bottom again, aren't you? I kind of get it because you really didn't like it.
Yeah, for me, yeah.
The Houdart's very highly rated as well. I kind of get why though, because the Houdart's not as sweet as others. But I found that there was a nice... I kind of got the right flavours. Okay. So...
Based on what I paid for it.
Okay. Would you like
Based
to...
on what it is now, probably not quite the same.
No. Base it on what you paid, right? Because I mean, the Lagavulin would be at the top if that was the case. But tell everyone your list, please.
So, value for money wise, I put Glenturret at the top because I paid just under £40 for that bottle.
It is fucking yummy,
And
though.
it kicks ass.
Oh, absolutely. Not a good shot, though.
Letchik,
Which I paid for.
which Meg paid for, which was around the same.
It's about 30, 35 quid.
Second. Lagavulin third, partly because I paid about £44 for it. Even though, to be fair, at 80 odd pounds, it's a banger.
I'll be honest, even if Glenturret was 80 quid, it wouldn't be as good as the
If
Lagavulin.
Glenturret was 80 quid, this would be very different.
Very different, yeah.
Haven next, because actually, to be fair, it was a very refined whiskey.
It is, and also it's a very unique whiskey.
Yeah. Then
Sweden.
the Penderyn,
Yeah,
because it was just so nice to drink.
yeah.
Altabani, it's a cheaper whiskey, but it had some layers to it.
Yeah, it's
For
not
me, personally, Old Pulteney was last. There was just something about it when I drank it I
Yeah,
didn't like.
yeah.
But it wasn't a bad whiskey, just personally for me.
None of
I
them are
didn't
bad,
like
though,
it.
are they?
No.
Just to be clear here, there are only 2 whiskies on this planet that are bad. Okay, if you can guess what they are, congratulations. 10 points to your respective Hogwarts uncancelled house. But generally, Pulteney, we only have the experience of Houdart. We don't know what the 12's like.
Yeah.
We don't know what any of its standard is. We really don't. And I don't mind your list, to be fair, because I think value for what you paid, yeah, absolutely. But I only disagree. I don't know how to reorder that because actually you have a point here. The most expensive whiskies are right in the middle. Like 3rd and 4th, in fact, of 7. Not right in the middle, of course. You have to have a 5th as well to make it absolutely slap bang. But in retrospect, it's not bad. Altabani is discontinued, so we have nothing to compare it to. Penderyn Celt is part of a Legend series of whiskies that we drank Legend as a stream whiskey on Twitch is sublime.
Yeah. And
Like-
we have Myth to try in August.
Oh, but the point is, Letchik is beautiful.
Yeah.
Right? We've had that enough times, like half the bottle now. But Glenturret is chef's kisses. It's been top too many times now.
And bear in mind, neither of us have had that until tonight.
Same with Pulteney, and I'm not necessarily disappointed. I am that Dave didn't like it, but I found where it was good, and that is just as a shot. But it's got a nice. But I think it might be the flavour profile suited me better than it did David. But I don't think it doesn't live up to the reputation. I mean, I said earlier it did live up to the reputation. I don't believe that's the case. I believe it lived up to a reputation, but I don't think it does for the peated aspect. And that's the part that matters for this stream. So value for money, I'm not going to disagree with David's list. Because in reality, what can you change from that? Not much is the answer, by the way.
Those two maybe would be possible.
Penderyn, Kelton, Altabani, maybe, but I don't really want to put Penderyn any lower because it's smooth. It's got a bit of peat. It's not too much. Altabani is just. I wouldn't be upset if it's near the bottom because it doesn't. It's versatile, but it's not all that peated. You know, but Penderyn, maybe it's maybe my bias. I like the flavour. I think it's got great flavour to it. The Glen Turret though has absolutely stolen the show for me. I kind of want another glass, but no, it's stolen the show. It's beautiful. Right next to the Letchik and the Lagavulin. The Lagavulin, though, is as far as the standard for what an Islay is, the Lagavulin here on the screen now, kind of skilled by alien cultists. There you go. That is a much sought after single malt with massive peat smoke, and it lives up to its reputation as one of the greatest, Islays to ever be created. Can help them get the Patreon connection. Connect your Discord account to your Patreon account. Go to your Twitch user settings, connections. That should help. But I could DM you on Twitter, on Patreon, a link to the server that should help you after the stream. Okay. Point is, I'm not disappointed with the list. I think it's a good list. Your silver pullet needs to go in there as well, please. I think we've nailed it, and I'm quite proud of it. So we'll go back here. I think we've reached the end of the stream. Dave and I want a little bit of ice cream since it's 1:45.
Yes, I think ice cream and bed is probably the order of the day.
I am the big spoon.
Yeah.
Thank you everyone for joining. I hope you like the new backdrops. We put a lot of effort into this. Well,
Yes.
the artist
We
Foxy
literally did. And
Yeah.
yeah, Foxy as well.
Yeah. I hope you enjoy it. Thank you for joining us. We'll be back here early August for a Glenlivet appreciation stream, aka David's mother fluffing birthday.
Yes. Dave is going to be the grand old age of 35.
So do swing by because Dave is going to bring down, I believe it's 12, 15, 18, and any other Glenlivet he wants to bring.
Dura.
We've had that though.
True.
What about the Captain Reserve?
Yes.
Cognac cask I'm not familiar with.
Yeah, I'm just not going to bring the Distiller's Reserve.
That's fair.
But, yeah.
Bring ones you're willing to drink if you want to bring them. I know that, so fun fact here is, in late August I go to his for a Penderyn stream. The reason why was because you didn't want to bring too many bottles down. But in early August, well, you wouldn't have to bring all 7 because I've got Madeira, Legend, and Myth.
True.
Yeah.
Yeah. Fair
But
enough.
Glenlivet, I have none. So you have to bring 4 bottles down.
I have to bring all of the bottles.
No, just bring 4. Bring the 12, 15, 18 and bring the Captain's Reserve. Yeah. Maybe even the Caribbean if you want. Yeah. We'll see what we do. But it'll be his birthday. It'd be great for you all to come by. Hi, Ahsoka. Thank you, by the way, no, absolutely not, for sending Kendall Mint, because that can go in my pile of beautiful drinks that I'll drink when I'm retired or quit off YouTube.
We shall enjoy.
Oh, yes. Thank you again. We're going to go enjoy ice cream now.
And just specifically for Leona.
Oh.